I'm already accepted that's possible, so it doesn't really surprise me. Now, if it's like 3 or 4 times a day, I'd be kind of a bigger, different story. But I'm kind of accepted my fate when I do that, and I know that's possible. But no risk, no Rari, you know what I mean? In the worst case scenario, I'm just down the 100,000 I started with, and then I just start over. That's the whole point of a challenge. So it is kind of scary. Always scary to not the amount, but always scary to be in a trade into open, because you're more akin to being susceptible to a random move that you couldn't have any indication of, right? Because like when we open and we're below MHP, I'm like, okay, thank God, that's what I wanted to see. But you know, you open and like you're above MHP and it just flies straight up. The scary part is you're kind of in the unknown, and scary in a way that you have no control, and it's like, crap, I have no control over this. How's the iDocs Ferrari? Yeah, she's loving it. Right now, we're doing a special. So Ferrari invited us to host an event with Trumbull, with our new Pilates business that we're opening. Is just Pilates studios all over town, and Ferrari's partnering with us, and they're doing an event. It's women only, and it's invite only, unfortunately. So I can't even go to the Pilates event. I'm just gonna have to hang out at the dealership when they do it. But it's a women only event, and it's like Ferrari, and it's Sweat, and it's like, I don't know, Cartier. It's like all these luxury brands, and they're hosting an event, and it's iDoc is like the leader of this whole event thing. So they're gonna like teach a class. I think Brad's wife is gonna be there too. She's also an instructor, so she's gonna help out. Tesla Roadster, let's go. So yeah, so that's gonna be a kind of a fun event that they're doing, and it's inside of kind of like they have this warehouse at Ferrari that they store everybody's consignment cars that are being sold, and then they're basically like turning it into this giant event space for this one event we're doing in a month. So, and they're doing all this crazy swag, like Ferrari emblem Pilates mats and stuff. Like, I'm like, let me give me one of those, man. That'd be pretty dope. A yoga mat with the horsey on it. Yeah, I think Lady Darb and iDoc together are going to be hosting this event, so pretty cool. The true sign of wealth is when you can afford to lose thousands each month for your girlfriend's fitness studio. I've never heard a better a better analogy. That's right. That is really funny. But that's hilarious. Lucky for us, if this one lost money, it'd be the first in franchise history to lose money. So this franchise is very, very strong. It's like 35 or something. I think it's 50 now. Somewhere there. When we started, it was like 30. I think 35 to 50 somewhere locations, they all make money, so which is good. But if we're the first one to lose, then we're the first one to lose. But that's a hilarious take on it. All right. Well, it looks like we are rotating. Nvidia. It said Nvidia's getting some rally. This is why this hasn't sold off. Everything else is looking pretty kind of poor. Nvidia's breaking the highs. Micron's breaking the highs. So we're getting some buying pressure here. This might not actually play out. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Nvidia's not the only stock on the planet, but we are getting a little bit of V up. That slowdown, that non-vol only stock on the So I was only shorting it for the opening. I'll make enough and buy everybody here Ferrari. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But second time's a charm, and we'll see what happens. Looks like I'm getting squeezed on this. Just micros again. I didn't add to it. I just put 3 right here. MHP tap a second time. S&P monthly res got a little bit better. We are getting some rally in Nvidia. We are getting some rally in chips across the board. Micron broke highs 925. See how easily there's no volatility. VIX is just trading down. All right, so this is it. It's now or never. Now or never. So I said, keep the position light. If it runs big. If it loses small. That's it. This is making me so excited. All the signs looking good. But we will tether off of chips today. And chips are all there's again, this is the agenda. Is that there are buyers for all of this. So when we talk about this morning, there seems to be an agenda. There is no stopping a lot of these chip stocks today. They're being bought even at the highs. Large amounts of volume sweeping in. Scoundrel market. All right, we're at MHP. Negative MHP res. All signs are good for this to fade. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll make the same trade twice. Two times is a shame on me. 3 times shame on me again. Yeah, that's not how it goes. Fool me once, fool me twice, but I ain't gonna fool me 3 times. ARB being positive, that's the one I wish everything would be negative. There's still that positive arbitrage. You can feel it. That's the chip stocks lifting this baby up.
I see.
Okay, I would love to test these lows, man. This would be great. All right, so you can feel sort of like this pressure here. Let's see what happens when we touch this one more time. S&P resilience is getting worse, by the way. Nasdaq resilience is also getting worse. Both of these taps here, so it's actually pretty good. Please, baby Jesus. Please, baby Jesus. How do you get monthly hedge pressure? From this rock cedar platform. Calculate see how good that pivot was. Description below the video has it's all 100% automated, and it prints them on the chart with the words resistance automated every morning. The fool can't get fooled again unless the fool gets fooled 3rd time. Please, baby Jesus. Please, baby Jesus, give my lows.
Tô dói da cabeça.
This is the true trading style. Cross your fingers and pray.
Vai amanhã. Vai amanhã.
If I ever ask for anything, just please make my 3 micros make me some money. I'm just kidding. Kidding, God. Don't use one of my wishes for this. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. Sarcasm.
Que foi?
It's not a binding contract.
Você não
I
sabe
didn't
tanto
say
que
I
você
wish.
boa.
You need a floor fan? You kind of do, right? So far, all signs are decent, but man, there's buyers. There's a lot of buyers. Now, it's not everything, but chip stocks got a bump this morning. It's a relevant song. We get wishes? Wait, you guys are getting paid? You didn't crack the one with Willow? Oh yeah, that's right. What a cool movie. Futures traders feel so ready to catch that perfect market flight. This market is not because it knows if you lose this, it's bad. It's bad all day. If we lose this, it's horrible. This level is being defended very heavily. Somebody's like, if I just throw all my money at chip stocks, this will keep everything from falling. The moment of truth here. A candle's dance becomes the show. So here we go. Gap filled with negative resilience is the target. That's the target I want here. Continue high today and sell. Well, I think that's what this morning was all about. But I said I feel like this is growing to be the biggest bull trap. Trap those European traders at the top. Hello? What's up? Hello? What's up? What's up, Pickle? Look what we got today. Pickle! You know, I was watching doom scrolling and Chris Pratt was on Jimmy Fallon doing the Mad Lib thing that they do. And he's like, give me the name of this. Give me a noun. Give me a whatever. He's like, give me a pet name. And he goes, Pickles. Chris Pratt said Pickles. With an S.
Why?
Oh, all right. All right. Hey, what's up?
I'm heading out.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna coffee.
The hedges whisper soft and low, let price be gentle as it goes. A candle's dance becomes the show. So here we go, nice and slow. Back to those DD bands we know. May your trades be clean and your charts glow white. Glow white. And may all your market days be tight. Bye. Have fun. Bring home something powerful. Powerful. I'm dreaming of HP tonight. Do 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 do. Yeah. Hey. Get.
He's like, this is mommy's spot.
He knows who's the boss. Hey, you just gotta show him who's boss. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's run it. Come on, no bounce here, no bouncy here. Just die. Fill the gap. Let's just fill the gap. Fill the gap. The VIX is cozy, calm December, low all days we all remember, where price just taps the bands and snaps. I'm watching that midnight market glow. You notice res and ARB numbers change on higher time frames? They shouldn't. A candle's dance becomes the show. So here we go. That is not correct. What the? Yeah, no, that's... Stick to the 1 minute. There's something going on. That is horribly wrong.
Candle slow and steady, and futures traders feel so ready to catch that perfect market flight. I'm dreaming of liquidity maps with gamma pits on their laps. The VIX is cozy, calm, December low of all days. We all remember where price just taps the bands and snaps.
Yeah, I know. There's something going on there. Use the 1 minute or here. This is the actual resilience. This seems to be a bug in the indicator with for some reason it's, yeah. I'm glad you pointed that out because that's horribly wrong. If you ever want to know what the real resilience is at the top of the platform or over here to the right. This looks like it's doing something with the, like it's referencing the wrong value or something when it's, I can't explain the effect. I don't know because it shouldn't be referencing anything historical. Like if I do the 15 minute, it says 32. If I do the 5 minute, it says 32. If I do the 3 minute, it says 32. Do the 1 minute. See, now it's fine. Now it's not doing it. It did it. It's not doing it anymore. Okay, now it's not doing it. It was doing it for a second. Okay, now it's not doing it. It did it for a second. Now it's not doing it. Maybe some caching issue. That's probably what it is. It might have been caching old historic values and then not actually communicating with the server. That's probably what was happening. You had me freaking out for a minute. So it's fine now. Like if I look, it looks like it's, maybe the server blipped a little bit. That says minus 31, minus 31, minus 31. Okay, good. You should be good. Let me double check this. Yeah. Woo! Oh. Got a heart attack there. I'll cash you outside. So I think that's what was happening. It looks like the browser was probably disconnected from the server for a hot minute, and then when I switched time frames, it was probably referencing like old values or something. I don't know. Why MHP, ES, and WHP have been so far partly staying on top of each other? Expiration week tends to, which is coming up soon, I think on the 21st. When you get closer to expiration, MHP comes closer to the price. Also, whenever you get close to a transitional market, MHP gets close to price as well. So this is second, 2, 3, 4 times we are consolidating below DD band, which is pretty decent with negative resilience, which is good. I wish the ARB was negative. It would be a much more violent move to the downside, but it'd be nice to get a flush on the S&P. So I think the way that it looks is if S&P does fill the gap right here, Nasdaq's probably going to pivot at the red line, which would be a good enough place for me to close my trade. Without negative ARB, I'm kind of not sure I want to take a bet for anything further on Nasdaq. I'm going to let the first thing hit its first resistance and kind of take all of it out. We just flipped over to the new hour, guys. Time for our first giveaway while we sit here and chillax for a minute. We have blue sky today. Now again, today's magic keyword is going to be gap fill, because I'll be looking for that today. Gap fill for some blue sky 100K launch accounts. Gap fill. Gap fill. Gap fill. I followed this guy's trade and I'm down $700, man. Man. Should I just be like a maverick and just hold all day? Or should I do the smart thing and just close out at the pivot? Gap fill would be the obvious closeout. Are you a bot or technically Blue Scout a habit? If you're asking the question, are you a bot? Then you're definitely a human, because I don't think a bot would be sentient enough to have such an existential thought. Am I real? Am I just a bot? At that point, you're sentient. I watched. You know what's funny? We were watching some, I don't know, rom-com. Julia Child cooking rom-com. Then after that, Amazon recommended Interstellar, and I was like, let's roll. I mean, you know, on Prime, it's just like the next movie that popped up started playing. It's like Interstellar. I'm like, let's roll with it. So then I watched Interstellar. And then when that was over, then it recommended The Martian. I don't know how the algo put those three together, but Interstellar and The Martian both have like the same people in it. It's like Matt Damon space movie, Anne Hathaway, or whatever. Was it not Anne Hathaway? The redhead. What's her name? Not Anne Hathaway. The other one. The one that played Murph. What's her face? She's really good in all his movies she does. Anyways. It was like, so I watched 2 space movies in a row last night. I was having a good time. Howard, yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah. What's her face? I wasn't the biggest fan of The Martian, but Interstellar is pretty damn good. No. Bryce Dallas Howard, her. That's her name. I had to Google it. Ron Howard's daughter. All right. Okay, gonna spin the wheel, guys, for the first Blue Sky giveaway today.
Hey, it's time for a giveaway. Oh, yes, it is. Giveaway time. You know, that's right.
Wrong redhead for Interstellar. She wasn't Murph? Oh, wait. Oh, that was the other. Who was that? Wasn't her? That wasn't Howard? Who was that? Who played Murph? They look the same. Oh, it's the other one. Jessica Chastain. Yeah. They look exactly the same. They're like twinsies, the two of those. Oh yeah, Chastain, she played Murph. That's right. Yeah. They're so identical, the two of them look exactly the same. Only one, first one. Yeah. I always get the two of them confused. I mean, look at this. Look at this. How can you tell the difference? The differences are so subtle. Even their eyes are like the same space apart. How can you? Maybe without makeup you can see the major differences, but man. look like we're filling the gap, but S&P's moving. Nasdaq's not. Chip stocks are getting a little bit of a bump. SanDisk is actually rallying a little bit. There's a lot of rotation into tech today, which is keeping Nasdaq from moving faster. Congratulations, our 2 winners today for these 2. We got more giveaways all day. Chill. We got more. 2 blue skies, only 1. Congratulations. Boring something. Congratulations.
Bruh.
Heartbreaking. Come on, give us the gap fill. Every time it looks like it wants to do it and then just stops for a minute. All right. And you're seeing a lot of this. Look at the stocks today, right? Look at like Intel, and stocks are rolling like this. So you can see it's trying to sell. Some of the things are, but then you have other things that are actually picking up some steam. So still no mad panic in the stock market. So VIX is chill. Just a lot of heavy rotation. It's not all tech either. So like some stuff is actually, so like gap ups of like 6% Micron, 3% Intel. I mean, big gap ups. There's lots of buyers of these things, especially buying at the open like that. But my ideal would be, as long as we, after an hour or 2 of this, can we get down to here? If we break out to there, then I'm gonna cry. Congratulations, guys. Got more giveaways coming up in a little bit. The Motown giveaway. ES is trying. Yeah, like the thing is that you can see where that rotation's taking place. ES is doing exactly what we wanted the market to do. But not everything's moving along. So the rotation out of major S&P stocks, which is obviously, you can see right here, is rotating heavily into tech stocks, and the market cap weight of the tech stocks is what's giving ARB that bump, which is kind of why, you know, ARB is so good, because it is market cap weighted. You're gonna see that it's more accurate away from half gap than any other indicator that we have. So the fact that it didn't go negative, it's showing you that rotation is still strong. So essentially more money's going into inflating the market cap than it is to deflating the market cap, which is why this whole time this is happening, I'm like, I'm not full shorting this. If this was to go negative, then we'd be in business, but it's not. That's the problem. You got too much market cap floating this. Like the example would be 20 stocks are being sold and all that money's going into Nvidia, and that's enough. Possible longs on ES above MHP, not with resilience being negative. No, like that's why I'm still committed to this, because S&P still has that negative gamma and it's fighting it right now. It's actually fighting it to clear out that starting point, which I think this low we're going to touch in a minute. And I think maybe we overshoot here and then it dances in there, which kind of sucks, because I don't think Nasdaq's going to hit those lows then if the rotation's into tech. You know, again, a lot of this agenda this morning, we were talking about, there's some kind of agenda. There's a lot of opening buying pressure and buy imbalance after yesterday's close on a lot of these chip stocks and tech stocks. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's get those up, because if you do, we got more giveaways. Okay, now this is the first rotation out of chips. So this is the first wave of any kind of selling. We'll see how that turns out. So right now, Intel selling, 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 now turning. Micron rally, 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 now selling. See, there's not a universal all things selling right now. So that's why we're not getting a universal all things selling. Usually when you want the market to pull back, you'd like to see everything pull back a little bit, and that's why you'd like to see ARB go negative, but we're not seeing that yet. So I'm just committed. I'm holding on. Tory tan lines in play. Yes, sir. We did bounce a few up earlier, which is, again, showing signs of that bullish momentum. Where's my Varus band here? How? Where did you go? Where did you go, Varus band? There it is. Wait, that's not my configuration I always had. What? Ooh, that's actually kind of neat for the default. Why don't I just leave it like that? I tried to change it. I think, oh, the reason I changed it because that like ray was like interfering with bear zones, huh? I kind of like Kyle's version better than my own version. What do you say about the idea that in a negative game environment the moves are more aggressive and in a positive game environment the moves are more mean reverting? In a negative gamma environment, when you're in a bull market, it can create a snowball effect of wiping everybody out as that pressure just becomes unbearably hard, right, to the downside. I say in a negative gamma environment, it depends on which environment you flip to and what environment you're in. So an example is in a bear market, negative gamma environment is expected. Volatility will be up higher and you'll bounce around all over the place. In a bull market, when you flip into a negative gamma environment, which is what we just did, you can cause, you have an acceleration of that volatility that just comes out of nowhere. And it can just have a day where the market just falls and falls and falls and falls and falls with no bounce. Typically, if you're already in a negative gamma environment, you bounce around all over the place. So there's really, it just depends. It's so random to kind of try to find some kind of like consistent thought about how they behave. In positive gamma environment, markets move up, move up, move up, and then the minute there's any kind of selling, it mean reverts, which is pretty normal in a bull market. So you're just waiting for those mean reverts to grab a dip to buy as a patient trader. I wouldn't equate the gamma situation as to the behavior though. It's so random. Most of the behavior comes from people actually selling, and if someone has a stop loss there that dumps the market hard when it's triggered, or doesn't have a stop loss there, is a factor related to their belief in the risk of the trade, much less than the options they have on the trade. So the example is, pretend I have 1 million contracts of NASDAQ here, and I'm so confident I got no stop loss. Okay, fine. And it pushes through that, then nothing happens. But say that I'm very scared and I got a stop loss right there. It hits it and I dump 1 million contracts, and then I cause the market to bump into other people and bump to other people. None of that had anything to do with the options of the market. So the options wouldn't even know I had a stop loss there, right? So sometimes the movement and the whipsawing just has to do with people's fear in the moment, and options don't see it because this was example of futures with the stop loss. So what I like to say is I used to try to think like, behaviors, like could we negative and positive gamma lead to different behaviors or styles of trading? In reality, the rule is, in general, you're more volatile when you're negative gamma because the potential to trigger stops is much higher. People are more fearful. Puts are in the money and people are forcing shorts against those puts they've sold, which could bump into stop losses. Much more probable that could happen in negative gamma than not negative gamma. When you're not negative gamma, people are aping in the longs at the top. They're not running that with tight stops. That makes sense? That's the way I think about it. Positive gamma, it's like people are like, calls are in the money and dealers are like, fuck it, long at the open. We got sold calls that are in the money. We better long now. We're gonna exercise on. Somebody's gonna buy those shares from us. We gotta be able to sell them. Let's get them now. And so they're aping into longs at the top with no intent on putting stops on, or like no fear kind of thing, right? Or forced to long. Dude, I'm like sitting horribly flat on this trade, like super even. Not even, I'm like three grand up from here. 3 grand up, 10 grand up, 3 grand up, 10 grand up, 20 grand up, 30 grand up. And this is, if I get to here, be great. Go to here, I'm down 10. All right. I want that ARB to go negative, man. Come on. Everything's up ticking now. Nvidia is a hot item today. If I just close this out so you guys can win, how's that sound? And Nvidia, pop. It's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna get this trade. Flat could be pop, right? So this is moving. So I mean, everything's moving in different directions. So it's, but it feels like I feel like I'm wrong. I don't feel like I'm gonna get the trade. But a lot of times when I feel like I'm wrong, then that's just me buying into the trickery of the market, believing what the market's telling me. And then when I feel like I'm wrong and I close out, then I ultimately would be right. We shall see.
Pilot blank. Trust pilot blank. Type in that word one single time. It's a word that starts with an R. There you go. This is going to be for a Lucid Pro or Lucid Flex account. It's your world, baby. We're just living in it. You tell me what you want and we'll make it happen for you. Just type in the word rated one single time. Somebody's going to win a Lucid account and then we are done for the day. We are all done for the day, locking up $11,750. $1,100 would be not as great. And we are about one trade away from passing our Funded Seat Ultra accounts, which is, that makes me very happy. Very, very happy. I'm so excited to trade these once these are funded. And there is no activation fee for the Funded Seat Ultra one-step daily accounts. All right, everybody, got about 400 people here in the giveaway. That's about a fifth of the people that are watching the stream. I understand there are a lot of people that watch from their TVs that don't have chat, but that's fine. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. We're rolling. Good luck to you all. Here it comes. Points gamble. Who won? Overs or unders? You got to tell me. Let's see. Oh, Lido. Almost. Echo DOS, Winks, or Highlight Hive? Who's it going to be? Unders? Okay, I'll pay the unders. Bing bong biggity. There you go. Unders have won. Winks Trading, congratulations, you won over and kick. You've got a Lucid Pro or a Lucid Flex account coming your way. What is your name on Instagram or Twitters, please? Instagram or Twitters? Let me know, let me know. Instagram or Twitters. Winks Trading in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Winks Trading. Okay, so that's easy. I'll find you right now on X. Congratulations to our winner. Headshot. I love it.
Headshot.
I love to see that. Let me just make sure I can find you. And we're on. There you are. You do follow me. Congratulations. And Pro or Flex? What would you like? Pro or Flex? Pro or Flex, Winks? Pro or Flex for you? It's dealer's choice. Let's do Flex. All right, congratulations, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Like I said earlier, we are finishing our day up, was it just over $2,500 in our Funded Seat Ultra accounts. And then, of course, in our cash account, we are finishing the day in our cash account up $11,750, which puts us comfortably at about $38,000 on the week. From hanging out with you folks. I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to help you along your trading journeys. And I will see you folks bright and early tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Bye. See you. Bye. See
Symbols on price scale. No, no. Values and status line. There it is. That's the one. What levels are we looking for? For me, I'm looking for this red line interactive right here. That's it. And we got 30 more minutes till European markets close, and then that's the finale to this. So European markets were buying, and sorry, an hour till Europe closes. And so now our market started selling a little bit. Europe's still buying, we're kind of selling, we're kind of meeting in the middle, and there's a big mad flurry for chip stocks. You said you keep losing shorting this shit, you keep saying? Well, I mean, I'm only taking a trade at the pivot, like here, that's it. That's it, I'm just trading at the top here. I got the negative resilience giving me that love. Just so much oomph going on into this. We got 6% micro. I mean, we had huge run-ups today. It's crazy how on a daily chart it doesn't look like much, but these are like 6 and 10% days. A lot of these are 20% days. Don't look like it's gonna happen today. But I say the minute I close out, it's gonna fulfill its destiny. That's why the point is having micros makes it really nice because okay, so here we're tapping MHP a second time. MHP res just got worse. Good deal. Good deal. Almost sell more. I don't know if Nasdaq's going to be the one that does it, though. ARB is now starting to pull back right now, which is good. Cool. We'll sell more. ARB's pulling back a little bit right here. This is what I wanted to see. Now, if it bounces off zero, I'm screwed, but... all buttons are sell right now. A DeLorean was sold at 75K. Wait, a real DeLorean? Wait, what? Like a movie DeLorean or just a DeLorean without the time machine? Joke's on you since you own 10% of Microsoft and hence the paint. There you go. All right. I like ARB going negative. Oh, do I? If all four of these go negative, that's a good sign. Don't bounce off a zero, though. It's not negative yet, but it's getting there. It's getting close. All right, fuck it. One more. So I'm adding to position at 923 is my cost basis, which is slightly above DD. All right, it's now or never. Now or never. That's it. Now or never, baby. That's it. Now or never. All my buttons are sell more. I can't even exit this trade if I wanted to. All of them are red. If I try to close, it's going to keep adding to it. What am I supposed to do? It's now or never. What it means it goes negative. So what happens is when arbitrage is positive, it means that the implied value of the index is above the futures, which means futures are lagging behind what the index should be doing. If ARB goes negative, it means the stocks are now outpacing futures to the downside. So it's still positive, which is not what I wanted. I want to see negative. So the example is what we do is we calculate what the index value should be. So say futures are tracking right here. and the index is tracking right here. And the stocks suddenly start to move. And we can calculate where stocks are going to go. We find that next pivot like a gap fill. And we say that the stocks can go this far to fill their gaps. Therefore, the index is going to be valued this much if that happens. And therefore, the futures at current value are behind that possible value by X amount of points. This is that X amount of points. Right now, NASDAQ futures are 15 points behind the potential of the NASDAQ, which means it's still trying to push up those 15 points while we're sitting here. If it goes negative, then somehow the stocks in the index potential is much lower while futures are higher. Then you expect the futures to snap in the place to go for it. When it's above zero like this, that's why it's not crashing out. You're still seeing that potential in stocks. But it's now finally starting to make that attempt, and usually this accompanies with like half gap breaks. If we look over here, there might be some, I don't know, not any of the big tech recently, but the events. Let's look at all of them. S&P is the one that's moving. Let's look at half gap. So like in the last couple minutes, you know, cross down half gap, cross down half gap. There it is. There it is. Fuck yeah, there it is. All right. All right, let me close out. Oh my God. Fucking Ninja Trader, you suck balls. My stupid shit with Ninja Trader. I swear to God. Live account. It's a live account. You can't, like, Ninja Trader's so bad with live accounts. My fill on that was absolute garbage. Did y'all see that? I fucking can't stand Ninja Traders sometimes. Their shit is so bad when it comes to this. I saw 1,000. I closed out with like $300 profit. Did y'all see that? Ninja Trader literally is like, and I hate to say it because I love Ninja Trader as a company. They're like one of the worst brokers on the planet when it comes to fills. This is perfect. It's absolute trash. It sucks. I love the company, but dude, their pipeline to the exchange is fucking like when you fill an order, they walk outside, they find a fucking homeless guy sitting outside, they write on a piece of paper, hand it to him with $1, he goes and buys a sandwich, then he comes out, then he walks the exchange and fucking hands it to them, and then they fill your order. That's what it's like. Yeah, fucking guys over at Ninja Trader got to get on dial-up real quick, connect to the exchange. It's absolutely stupid. Let's see what happened. There's some kind of Trump news or something. You can't get out of your trade. It's absolutely dumb. But whatever. Let's see if we won the war or something. US has total control over Strader or Moose. I think we will keep it. Oh, that's what it is. Well, and ARB just went positive again. Well, I'm out of the trade now. This is just so dumb. What? Why this day gotta be like this? You hear the dollop handshake right now? Yeah. Where did they? Let's see where they filled me. Hold on. $877. Right here. Literally right there. They filled me 60 points off. And I spammed, the thing is I spam the exit button. It does, if you, here's how it works. You keep spamming the button, it doesn't matter when you spam. The first time you hit spam, they're gonna submit a market order. They just queued me up and they decided to fill me there. It's completely stupid. I made 50 points on that. If this is a prop account, then I would have closed out because paper trading. This is being a live account. You're susceptible to that. Like that's part of the sucky part about being forced to trade a Ninja Trader. But AMP and Sierra are absolutely the best. Yeah, like real futures FCMs. Yeah. So you guys saw it here as a witness. They just robbed me of 50 points. You were in the blue sky eval and it closed you 50 points higher than when you were spamming the exit. Typically eval shouldn't be doing that though. You got your fill way up. That's what I'm telling you guys. Being a trader, you not only have to be a good trader, but you got to be a good trader over the robbery. You get robbed. I love Ninja Trader though, but their fills are just absolute trash. Amp, I never had that problem with Amp, by the way. Amp is quick as shit. All right, let's do another giveaway. Let me drown my sorrows. All right, gap fill, still it is, baby. All right, hold on, wait, no. Hold on, wait. Is that how you spell Hormuz or Hormuz? I don't know. Type it in the way I typed it though. Big Daddy Trump coming in here saying we've got full control of the strait. I think we're gonna keep it. That's good. There's a little bit of love for today. Oh, mods, thank you for letting me know that. What? Hold on. Hold on. Ooh. Well, if Trump in losing the war can't make it move, then I just... That's what I wanted to see, just to flush there, but I don't know. ARB just went positive again. I can't even with today's market. I'm so salty about that. Not really. Principle of it. Okay. Today we got some My Fun Futures new end of the day rapids come out. The brand new rapids of My Fun Futures are 4 days to pass. It's the old rapids, which have 2 days to pass, 1 day to pay out, and it's trailing drawdown when you go to the buffer, and then it's end of the day when you get your buffer. The new rapid, the newer version, they created another one, which is a 4-day pass instead of 2. And then when you go funded, it's 1 day payout. But the difference is it's end of the day drawdown and buffer rather than trailing. So these accounts are similar price point, slightly more expensive, but similar price point, the hundreds-ish dollars. Their new 50K Rapid is $125 versus the old 50K Rapid, which is $79, $50 more dollars. But the idea is that they got rid of the trailing drawdown, which makes it so much easier to pass. We got 3 of those to give away, but you're going to trade a little bit longer and pay a little bit more for that. You're buying your way out of, you're buying perks. What is ARB? I explained it a second ago. Take the boot camp. It'll explain it. Arbitrage is the best indicator on planet Earth for technical indicators ever invented in the history of indicators. Is that good? Nothing comes close to it. It's keeping my damn market from moving the way I want it to move. It's pure arbitrage of the index futures versus the implied value of the index. Okay. I'll explain how it works in a minute. It was a stroke of genius I had 6 shots of tequila deep at a wedding or tea ceremony, which is a Vietnamese wedding-ish sort of thing. Type in more moose. Yeah, let's have more moose, Trump. Give us more of that today. More of the moose. The more moose, the merrier. That's the way I like to live. Apparently apparently there's not enough bad news from that. We need to see some missiles going off or something, I think, for it to be bad. Trump barking is not enough. Blue skies. Trump silently farting didn't do it today. Blue skies, congrats. 3 of these rapids give away. My Fun and Futures Rapid is the highest ranked account on PropScore right now. Their other one. This one still ranks really high in the high 8s. It just takes 4 days to pass. But the end of the day drawdown that you get with it is slightly, you know, a better perk for some people than the trailing. I personally never had issues with the trailing. That never was a deterrent for me. When I go live, I'm okay with it. Coma. Looks like you missed the dip. I mean, I've been waiting to see the end of this day with us filling the gap. We'll see how Europe closes in 45 minutes. That's it. That's the answer. Tien, no, I always say that wrong. How do you pronounce NGO? I have some friends that's their last name. Is it just no, right? That's how you pronounce it? Vietnamese last name. How do you say that? Congratulations, you are the winner, by the way. Is the G silent? Coma? Tien? Is it just no? Yeah, okay, cool. Excellent. Congratulations, Tien, Blue Sky, and Coma. You guys are the winners. Good deal. All right. No go. Go. Yeah, it's like I can never. I don't ever say it right, but yeah. Like when you say the word bring, like that. No, I can't do it. All right, can we over? No DD band reject yet. They're still buying. Nvidia has been pushing very high since we've opened. Nvidia opened at 220. We're at 225 now. 2.5% run since open and still finding highs. Let's see if there's any kind of MHP or something nearby on Nvidia. Nasalized gene. Yeah. She tried to teach me how to say some things, but my tongue isn't designed to do a lot of the inflections and tricks. So in about 15 minutes, we do the final 30-minute ramp down into European close. That's going to be the big question being answered here. The software, Kintsugi, the software is called the Pro Plus, and it also includes a boot camp. So it's like, when you buy the software, boot camp is free with it. So cancel your boot camp sub when you move up. We only have one purchase. There's just 3 ways to do it. You can do a yearly sub or a lifetime sub or a 1 month sub, month to month. So there's only one way to get the software. But 3 different ways to jump in. I feel like most people do monthly for a little bit and then they pretty much buy it outright for lifetime. Which is kind of what most people do. I'll be mad about that fill for the rest of the week. You got screwed too? Rui, bro, I'm telling you, man. Ninja in there. It's Ninja in general. If you guys got filled shitty on your props, it's Ninja Trader also. Like, I'm not accusing them of like selling your order flow or anything, but I'm definitely pointing fingers that your fills are pretty bad. The queue is heavy and the pipeline is thin. So I'm telling you, you got scammed in 3 accounts. I know. Even in simulated trading. Well, it's because it's Ninja's simulated real market, simulated data. It's not just sim data, but simulated real market data simulates fills and partial fills and all of that, and simulates the order queue and everything. It doesn't just fill you like a paper trade. The problem is that to, combat in the prop space, paper trading would be very easy to manipulate, like arbitrage trading, which is trading the difference between the delayed paper feed, which is a split-second delay over the real feed. If you got instantaneous fills, you could arbitrage your way to payouts. So they tried to simulate a real market with their simulated real market data. That's why I don't call it simulated data. It's simulated real market data. Simulates fills, simulates partial fills, simulates an order queue, everything. And they basically simulates the experience of a real market in your paper account, which is different than you just opening and closing a paper trade on TradingView. It'll just open and close instantly. Isn't it just slippage? Well, but the thing is there's no slippage in a sim account because you're not trading in a real market. You're literally paper trading. It's simulated slippage. And there is slippage during high volume, but it's not, slippage is not the right, it's a word that people use to mean you got filled differently than you expected. In reality, what you're doing is you're just hitting a queue and they are filling you at a spot advantageous to them. The dealers get to choose where you get filled. So if it sells at the bottom and you hit buy, they're going to make you buy at the top. They slip you, I believe purposefully. But,
tava deitado aqui.
But in a sim environment, like in your prop account, it shouldn't be doing that. You're simulating trade. Nobody's filling your order. So market maker is a machine, but the machine is simulating that experience and giving you the same thing. Leon swears by them, he never complains. Swears by what? It's just the way the market's always been. In periods of high volatility or instantly high volatility, you're not going to get filled very easily.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
On a candle like that. The minute you hit exit, you get filled. The reason I spam the exit is to make sure the minute you hit the Q,
I didn't
it's not
even
like
realize
spamming
that was a
exit.
50%
It's missing your order, then finally fills you at the right time. The minute you hit exit, it sends a market order to the market, but it takes a minute for you to get filled. So spamming exit is just like making sure I get into the queue, but it's your first time you push the button that gets you out. It just means I got in the queue, and obviously in the retail queue, Ninja doesn't have priority to the exchange for priority fills or any kind of like direct to market filling.
Also, I have been.
Like, I know Interactive Brokers has direct to market, I think they call it.
Not red-handed.
So so just teaching you guys, when you're like spamming the exit button because you won't exit a trade, it's not making your order go through faster. It's just ensuring you get to the queue.
That's funny.
The minute you exit a trade, an order has been sent, and you're just in line of that flood of orders. But that's just I just do that habitually to make sure that I enter the queue just in case I believe it glitched, which it doesn't. But it's first in, first out sort of thing. First in, first fill. You think he's gonna fill the gap now? I'm still holding on to the trade in my real account. I haven't closed that out yet. It's up 10K right now. Again, I've been 0 10K 0 10K 0 10K 0 10K. It's like that. I shorted more, trimmed, and I've been holding my trim ever since. Just an 80-point range, yeah. But Daddy's being greedy for more. Priority queue and that max heap, that's all it is. All right. I love you guys so much. Y'all make my heart happy, even when the market makes my heart sad. But it's okay, because if I can make 20 grand in the challenge account, by hitting half gap, I'll make 20 grand. I won't be upset. I could also just F this market and close out now for like 10 grand and then be okay with it, but what fun would that be, right? Arbitrage flip-flopping up and down, which means there is some stocks flip-flopping around half gap. Let's see if there's anything big here in the Mag 8 making that happen. Nothing there, just a bunch of smaller things. So there's a bunch of smaller things moving around. MO. So good. Yeah, give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Get to the red line. Y'all find it incredible that I shorted some more, trimmed, and I've just been holding, waiting for that. Watch my account go up 10K, down 5K, up 10K, 0, up 10K. Well, not 0, like a couple thousand. 10K, 0, 10K, 0. Just hanging on. Let's work it. There's a lot of defense at half gap. So what this entails is that stocks that have hit half gaps have actually bounced. So whichever ones they are have been supporting. We haven't had any big half gap breaks up. SpaceX broke MHP to the upside today though, which is pretty good. I can't complain. You haven't seen a day like this in a while. It's a day that looks like it was trying to break out, but I think I've got the trade I want now, though. Good. I think I'm gonna get it. So here, like I said, my perseverance hopefully should pay off. If I do get the trade I want and we sell into Europe, it's 1 hour, 2 hours down. We go all the way back down to the bottom, 600. I bet you we get there today. Little red line off of that. Y'all want to bet? Let's see. My perseverance paying off. My balls of steel fucking paying off. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go back. We need that first impact out the door. It's not this one, is it? I guess that is it. Yeah, that'll work. Can we get to 695 today? I don't know what this line is from, but let's investigate. Oh, these aren't even trend lines. This is just like, I'm on the wrong chart here. This is my guess what's gonna happen chart. Yeah, so I think we get down to 695 today, be good. Which should be like a little bit on the overshoot. Like, try to fill the gap. Let's see what happens. SpaceX broke through MHP. That was what I was showing you guys there. S&P filled the gap. Perseverance paying off. My balls of steel full of metal or full of jelly. Stronger week today. 0 DTE gets wrecked every day. That's exactly right, Rambling. You got these. Oh yeah. Whoever's options, they were bleeding all morning. These 0 DTEs. Wherever this is in SPY and QQQ, I don't know. Let's see which strike we're at. 773. 725s. Look at that. Yeah, like the 725s. At the money, Theta burns the fastest. So, you know, these at the money 0 days get nuked. Wow. You just entered a short. It should go straight from there. Patton, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it, man? You jinxed us all. Doomed. You're not wrong there, sir. Taking the dog for a walk. You were 0 day to expire trader until you found boot camp in February. Nice. 0 days can be a very brutal game. For sure. Well, the good thing about 0 days is you're either right or you're fully right big or you're wrong all. And you just control your risk by limiting how much you do. Like you have 100 grand and you want to put $1,000 into a bet, buying a 0 day option. You only lose $1,000 if you're wrong, which is great. Unlike futures, you can lose everything if you keep holding. 0 day, just buy it and just leave for the day. And then at the end of the day, check back in, see if you made money or not. Found another small Arcseer platform glitch. Yeah, send it to me. Send it on over. All right, 2 minutes until our hearts are broken or not. The new candle starts. We love closing with $62 today, not getting the bottom of the wick. Yeah, those micros went up to $1,000, and I think when I closed, I only got like 300. I was robbed, man. You just took the boot camp. You feel like you're doing something wrong. Is the correct move today a no trade day or something else? No. So there is. Okay. There's no such thing as the correct move. Every move has odds. There's always like the highest odds of a move. Now, opening below MHP, I always short against MHP every time. Every time. Especially if MHP resilience is negative. The trade today is to short off of this, which is what I did. and I'm still holding on to it. I had a small short here. I added to it there. I trimmed there, and I'm holding on to what I had. Short to next support, which the problem is that's here. That's why it's having a hard time dropping below it. However, there's another competing factor, which is all of your resiliences are negative, which means especially the white one, there's a very strong possibility that if the stocks continue to sell, if ARB drops to negative, we fill the gap. So I'm waiting for like the two things to happen. This white line being less than 0 is a good sign that if we fall to here, we fall through it and fill the gap. Okay, this is a very possible move today. So this is all boot camp. Teach the same thing. Now, there's another trade which is on the top of DD band. It's a long every single time with a small trade. The only thing is it's a long just to there because that's all resistance. So there's this small every single time scalp. There's also the greater trade from here to here. There to there, there to there. These are both really solid trades, and that was kind of like what was happening today. Shorting off of DD band for reversal against the DD ratio is a little bit of a gamble going against the herd. It's still a decent odd that we fill the gap because of this, but I don't normally make that bet. The only reason I'm still holding on, even though I'm probably going to get squeezed in about 5 minutes, is I'm waiting to see if this goes negative to show me that stock starts selling. And when Europe closes right now in 30 minutes, how's Europe going to close? Right. So currently, like in US markets, when European markets open back in here, we're still trading a little bit. Is there going to be profit taking into close, or is this going to be that green candle that pops out? The idea is that S&P, while NASDAQ has this trade here, S&P is all resistance, 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 resistance. So S&P doesn't have that same support here, which is another reason why I engaged in that trade in NASDAQ for longer. I can close out now with 10K profit. I'm up 10K. But now I look at the S&P and I look at everything kind of being crappy, and I'm like, okay, the minute ARB goes negative, like in a second, if ARB goes negative in the next 5 or 10 minutes, it's going to flush. It doesn't feel like it wants to flush because, you know, NASDAQ still has a little bit of buying pressure here. And when you go look at your, if you go look at the heat map, you can see that all your tech stocks are just super green today for the most part, or your chip stocks. It's your tried and true answer to day trading. It doesn't matter about the other 485 companies in the stock market. If these are green, the market ain't gonna sell off. So, and like you know, I love it. That's green. A couple of these guys are green. That one's green. That's green. All of this is red. All of this is red and 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 red. All this is red. That's red. These guys are red. Kroger's red. Procter & Gamble red. GE red. Red, red, red. But it doesn't matter because if Micron is green, stock market is going to be mean to shorts. Definitely not a bubble. It's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. Micron will save the market. Not Kroger. I know, of all things. Coca-Cola. No, I said Kroger. That's Coca-Cola. But let's see where Kroger is. Kroger's in here somewhere. Let me clear out the chart here. Where is Kroger anyways? Down here, right? In the staples? Or is it in discretionary? Gotta be staples. Where is KR? So my trade's taken off. Kroger will save us. Yo, what's up, Lucky Mon? Wait, where is Kroger on here? Isn't Kroger in the consumer staples? I don't see it. Full port Kroger, everybody. Full port Kroger. All in. Is it KR, right? KR is the stock ticker for Kroger, right? If Kroger is doing okay, guys, the market's saved. Kroger was my first legitimate job as a child. I worked as a child at the baseball field when I was too young to work. Kroger, save us today. But my first job at age 16 was at Kroger. I was a checker, and then I got promoted to floor supervisor, fancy vest and bow tie. It's a glorified checker with the key. Hi, sir. Can we talk to the manager? I got you. What's up? Yeah, my coupon's not working. I got you. Manual override. Check. Hey, Matt, can I go on my break? Ah, yes, you can. See you in 15 minutes. Had a lot of responsibility as a floor soup at Kroger. I had to wear a red bow tie and a black vest. How old was I when I got rich? I was born rich. Rich with love, from a great family. Had great friends, great grandparents. I was born rich. No, but seriously though. You know, I live in Texas. H-E-B is my go-to grocery store, but there's such a close... there's a Kroger is the closest grocery store, so we end up going there a lot more. But H-E-B where my heart's at. The H-E-B Montrose Market. I don't have Sebastian here, but he works there. Boy, H-E-B Montrose Market was my jam for like 15 years. I would go there like once a week, twice a week. H-E-B Montrose, like best H-E-B in Houston. As a real one. Kroger is so expensive. I think Kroger is where I go on Thanksgiving. Where I used to go to Kroger as a backup. So on Thanksgiving in Texas, you might be, oh shit, I'm out of like cheese or I'm out of something, right? And you had to run up to the store at Thanksgiving, and Kroger always had stuff because nobody shopped there as much as they did with H-E-B. H-E-B is always sold out. King Scoopers? What is the King Soupers? What's that? Do I have Publix in Texas? No, we don't have Publix. First time I ever went to a Publix was when I went to Miami. And Publix is like a Kroger same kind of deal. They had sandwiches there that were pretty good. I got me a sub sandwich. I stayed in Miami for a month one time. And a Publix was like right across the street. So I'd go walk down there every day and buy me like a sandwich for lunch. Kroger owns King Soups. What is King Soups? Is that a soup company? Come on, don't break our hearts today, market. Fill that gap. I don't know why I don't see Kroger on this heat map. Might just be really small. Oh, there it is. It's the little slash next to Walmart. There's our Kroger right here. There it is. She read today. Guys, don't worry. This is not a bubble. It doesn't matter. You know, as long as, you know, SanDisk and Dell are green and Cisco is green and AMD and Applied Materials, Micron. Oh, AMAT has earnings tomorrow, I believe. So watch out for that. That's obviously going to be a thing. Washington State Kroger's runs QFC. Okay. Oh, so somebody asked, was the age I got rich? If you define rich by money standards, I would say that by my own personal standards, the minute I got out of college, I felt rich. My first job out of school as a chemical engineer was paying, and then this is in 2005, was paying me $56,000 a year. By today's standards, that would be closer to like 80,000, 90,000 a year. It's a pretty decent salary for a starting engineer. And at $56,000 a year in 2005, ooh, I was rich. I felt rich. I was like, I never seen so much money in my life as a kid. I come from, you know, in college, I had 3 jobs. I was teaching at University of Houston. I was delivering pizzas and I was working research. Research was $10 an hour. Teaching was a scholarship. So it was one chunk of money, and pizza was like $2,500, $3,000 a month. So I'm like, all right, getting my first check for like, you know, 2 weeks of work for whatever it was, like $3,000 or 4. I was like, man, I'm rich. Look at that. Give me a fancy apartment, fancy car. I'm living the life. Now, I was still broke after the end of the paycheck, but man, I had like nice stuff for the first time ever. I was like, wow. And then like within 3 years, I was making $120,000 a year plus bonus. So my salary pretty much doubled over the 3-year period. And then I had money, according to engineering standards as a young kid. What I did with my time was like play video games and hang out with friends. I didn't waste money on anything else, so I was like stockpiling money. It was like pretty good. Had me like a loft apartment in the Galleria area. Had me like an Infinity G35, souped up. It was like, at the time, it was like probably a $50,000 car or $40,000 car or whatever. My parents thought I was crazy. $40,000 for a car? You're gonna trade in your Honda Civic that costs $8,000 So I felt rich. Rich is a feeling. No such thing as rich. You're never gonna have enough money to buy everything in the world. And whenever you feel like you have money to buy the next thing you want, then you just want something bigger. So wealthy is a state of mind. Rich, I think rich is a state of the poor mind. Wealthy is a degree of rich is how you make your own dreams come true. Wealthy is how you make other people's dreams come true. That's the big difference between the two. When you're wealthy, you can invest in other people and help them achieve stuff, right? So you traded your Jetty for an Escalade, same story. Yeah, right? I bet you missed that Volkswagen, dude. Like, oh, I was all paid off. I bet your thing was fully paid off, and then you're like, fuck it, I'd rather take a $600-700 car payment. Let's go, you know? So when it came to trading, when I first had my windfall in trading was 2014. So I would say that when it came with money, where I felt rich with money, that would be it. Somewhere 2013, 14, when I was starting to become slightly profitable in trading, I had some windfalls in trading, and I was like, whoa, okay. And then that's the year I'm out there. Then I'm buying a Porsche that year, and then I'm, you know, buying a house that year and all that stuff. So, but then I never felt wealthy, right? I just had nicer things, nicer place, and still had, you know, work to do. And then probably I'd say 3-4 years later, I would say I felt wealthy. My first investments, my first businesses, my first investments in other businesses, things like that. And so like now in life, I'd say I feel wealthy, and I'm liquid wealthy, which is even different. I have very strong cash flow. So it's not just like paper wealth where everything's tied up, and if I need to liquidate something, I'm fucked. Like, you know, when iDoc says, hey, I need $100,000 to buy reformers, I'm like, let me cut you a check. Or I need to put 100,000 to a trading account. Boom. So I actually am, what's the best part about, it's better to be like less wealthy and liquid than more wealthy and tied up. I would say, as far as life goes, there's no better trade-off in life when you have money is to be liquid. Because opportunities come up and you can take them. You don't have to like, oh crap, I gotta sell some things to free up some cash, and you don't have a buyer, then you really are broke in the moment, just wealthy on paper. You buy a bunch of stuff where you feel like it's worth a lot, but it's only worth something if someone can buy it from you. Here's an example, right? We have a $350,000 Ferrari in the garage. How much is it worth? Well, $350,000. How much is it actually worth? $0. Could I sell it? I probably could. Does anybody want to buy a green Ferrari? Probably not. You know, it's such a custom color. That liquidating that car could take me a year just to sell it, and I might not even get the full price out of it. So, like on paper, the asset's worth $350. Off of paper, it's practically worthless, and I couldn't free up that money if I wanted. I probably could sell the Aston quicker. But anybody want to buy a mint green Ferrari? That color doesn't exist. It's ultra rare, and there's a person that will love, that's their car, but it's like, you're looking for that one person. There's not a market for that. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of stuck in that trade. But then we didn't buy it. We didn't buy it for the but you can't repaint a Ferrari. You can't change anything on a Ferrari when you buy it. You don't do anything at all. The Ferrari has a spec plate on the back that matches the car. If there's a different color in that spec plate, you might as well scrap the car. People will go ape shit if it's an aftermarket anything. Ferraris are all custom jobs done at the factory. You wrap it, but you don't paint it.
Oh, a good red to green day.
Yeah.
You know,
I think the first time I felt
something that
wealthy was when I was liquid with cash.
you had to go
You know, like,
through some crazy
My shares
shit
of
to get
Rocket
it. Like, you
Scooter,
just
the
stuck to your
valuation
plan
of this
and got there.
company
Like, those are the
worth
best.
more than
Those
I
are
can
the
make in a
best.
lifetime as an
And
engineer.
I've lost more
Right.
a lot.
If I
today.
sold Rocket
So,
Scooter,
Mhm.
risk
comfortably
has been
retire
well
my
managed.
grandkids on that
John.
money.
1000%.
That's how
Well
much the
managed.
company's worth.
Huge.
But also,
Huge, huge, huge.
I'd have to sell
Heck
it, right?
yeah, you traded
Can't forget that
ES.
cash. But what's cool with what I
Got
do is some of my
NQ.
businesses are all cash flow good. So like if I just wait a month, cash flow comes in pretty great. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. Someone will tell you how much my cash flow is, but it's like I can buy a supercar every month with it. Cash flow. And so what I'm doing every month is investing in something. Every month I have to decide how do I want to spend cash flow, and I'm investing in things. I'm like, hey, let's buy a Pilates studio. Let's buy another. Let's buy another. Let's buy a escape room. So it's like I'm trying to push it places now so that it doesn't just sit there and lose to inflation. So that's where I would say, if you say, you know, I think to me, that's the most exciting part, is being able to create opportunities for other people. I think is exciting. Watching like this girl build a business and be excited about it and come up with all the ideas and like, you know, seed the entire project. To me, I think that's the most substantial thing I've done when it comes to money. Like you buy a car after a month, it's like, it sits in the garage. It's just another car. The excitement wears off. Oh, ARB's so negative, guys. ARB negative. So watch it. That's what I wanted to see. So, you know, like, yeah, like, I'm like, ooh, let me drive the Ferrari to McDonald's. You want to drive it everywhere. You do that like for like a week. Then after that, you're like, okay, I don't want to drive it anywhere. Let's save the miles. The excitement of money is to be able to create opportunities, at least for me. And so this day and age, that's what I'm doing, is investing in other people. So can I go public and just sell? I don't want to be a public company though. Imagine, it's a nightmare to be a public company of our size. Our company's pretty small. I mean, it's big by, you know, trading group standards, but it's so small for having all the bureaucracy and red tape for being public. Do I think inflation is too high? No, I don't think it's that high. If it's not high enough to slow down GDP growth, that's the real question. Inflation is really high, but GDP growth is still positive and GDP is still going up, which means while inflation is high, companies are paying higher wages to account for it, so people aren't losing purchasing power, and that's really the important factor when it comes to GDP. When it comes to inflation, is inflation slowing down commerce? And it seems to not have any effect. And so right now, ARB's negative on NASDAQ. Into European close in 13 minutes here. Let's see how this turns out. Let's see if there's any majors that have flipped half cap. Kroger, speaking of Kroger, there she is. That's our girl. She's doing it good today. All right, let's see what's going on with the Mag 8. You have ABGO. ABGO is the one that's now fighting at half cap. So ABGO is the straw on the camel's back right now. So that's the one that you will see. If I open up an ABGO chart, it's on the edge. So this is a bounce point. When you hit this level, the question becomes, do we bounce or do we fade the gap? So like, you know how the market popped and now it's hitting the ceiling and could possibly fall further. If some of the stocks start filling their gap, that additional potential is built into the ARB indicator. So what ARB is actually doing, somebody asked earlier, is ARB looks at every stock in the index and it looks at it relative to where it is on its gap. Gapping has everything to do with order imbalances at the open and close. We gap up or gap down. It's the highest volume pivot of the day. So therefore, it's the most important pivot of the day. And so here's the open, here's the close. High volume means that it's liquid. So when you're liquid at the top, liquid at the bottom, you're very liquid in the middle. So when the stock is at the middle, it's pretty much balanced between yesterday and today's buyers and sellers. But when a stock barely pushes a little bit to the other side of the middle, like it's in the middle of a seesaw and it takes one step over here, the seesaw slowly starts to tilt. What we calculate is how much that seesaw can fall to hit zero, to fall to the other side of the ground. So this distance that AVGO hasn't traveled yet is called the implied distance. If AVGO goes from 419 to 416, then the S&P is going to lose $3 worth of AVGO's market cap value, whatever it is, and the S&P therefore has a less value. So if AVGO were fill the gap, S&P might be down another 3 or 4 points, whatever it calculates to be. And therefore, arbitrage will pick up that difference of 3 or 4 points above where the futures are right now. And there's another adjustment we do to futures to remove like the contango, but when you normalize the futures to the index, we calculate the idea that AVGO has downward potential and therefore ARB just tanked. If AVGO pops back above here, this gets back above 0. And it's market cap weighted, so that's basically what makes arbitrage such a brilliant indicator, because it's highlighting potential that hasn't happened yet. As a matter of fact, right now, ARB just went negative. It's cluing us into something. The market events page shows me what it was that did it. And then I can say, ooh, index is ticking up and AVGO just crossed the boundary of being balanced to the upside. So this can potentially fall to here. And if it falls to there, the S&P is going to fall 2 points if AVGO fills its gap. So we're trading 2 points higher than we should be, right? An arbitrage an exact point value of that distance. So AVGO was worth about 2 points in the NASDAQ for a 3-point move in AVGO. That's why arbitrage is great, because it's looking at implied value, not actual value. Implied value is what it could do. So, right, this has been upticking. This has been trading lower, and there's enough market cap here. It's one of the more green companies today to imply something, right? And as soon as it crosses its half gap here, at this moment for the last 4 minutes, you have seen NASDAQ sort of respond a little bit to it. And what's the difference? Well, there's the 2-point difference, right? NASDAQ went like a couple points lower. It's not a lot, but you can see how it's moving that way. And so ARB is letting you know that some stock crossed the other side of the seesaw that was tilting this way, and now it's tilting this way. So if it were to completely fill its gap, you've got that pressure to the downside. It's telling you futures are trading ahead of the stock. So therefore, with a negative ARB, it tells me one stock might fall lower, which means other stocks might follow suit. And as long as this is negative, then this is going to trade lower until it goes back to 0. That's what we're looking for. 9 minutes till Europe closes, baby. I should invest in your renewable energy and building materials business in Alaska. That's something I'd like to get into. I'm into renewables. Send me whatever you got. Whoa. Let's tie a... Let's tie a knot in these damn bracelets. What the hell? Okay, there we get that out of there. Oh no. And as you see, with negative ARB, the futures finally caught up. And I tell you, the greatest indicator invented in the history of indicators is this indicator right here. It's leading. You can't undo what I just explained. It's leading, and NASDAQ just responded with negative ARB. You see that? It was leading by 8 minutes. ARB went negative while NASDAQ ticked up, and ARB went lower. See how that works, guys? It's implied moves. It's looking at moves that haven't happened yet, so it's the only leading indicator on planet Earth. Do you have to have CQG data to have arbitrage? Yes, you have to have futures data. Now, you get it on NinjaTrader or you get it. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to crash, but you can see how futures are adjusting to match that implied price. Remember, futures are trying to get ahead of the market, and this is getting ahead of the market. So that 3 or whatever points it could have been, NASDAQ futures made a quick adjustment a little bit ahead. I don't look at negative ARB and say all of it's going to flush, but you can see that I wouldn't buy the dip knowing that it can get a little lower, right? You need any kind of, did someone say CQG data? Yeah. You have to have futures data, but on Ninja or TradingView or whatever, it'll work. without having to. You just buy
That
their data. It
thing.
should work.
I kind of was.
No, I totally
Okay,
was. What
let's
do you
see
mean?
how Europe does.
Production is the
Do
keyword.
we fill the
Oh
gap
my
and hit the red
God.
line today?
I love it. Badass day.
Just so you guys know, I'm not joking around with y'all. I'm just holding on. I've been bouncing around between
All right, chat.
0 and 10K this whole day.
Because I love you guys. Y'all hit 1K. Even though y'all cyberbully me every single day. Here's your keyword. Chat is goated.
Heck yeah. I almost said make it like Nemo or Toy Story or something. That's real PG. You want to talk PG? That's literally PG.
That is literally.
There's the account number.
Rated
I had to Photoshop that on there really quick.
Oh,
You guys
man.
forgive me.
Chat is goated. I like that one. I like it.
You
I'm
guys
sorry, I
are
had to
goated. You
Microsoft
know, I want
Paint.
to throw hands with y'all.
Paint it on there really quick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I hope.
Is that realized
everyone
profit?
is,
No,
like
that's
I said,
unrealized. That's
having
unrealized. That's
a
why I
decent
that's why I
day
didn't take the
today.
picture and post it, because this is
It's always
that's
hard
just
when
the
you start the week
snapshot from
off,
right there. This right now it's
you
up
know,
14,000
rough.
now.
I know it's Wednesday,
So
but
anyways, that's just
Monday was also not an easy
yeah.
day. So
No.
I'll put I always post a picture when I close the
It's
trade.
not
It's still
been
open.
an easy. Honestly,
yeah, not realized yet. Yeah, that's why I don't
This
have it
month
posted
has
up
been
there. I
hard.
always post it when I
It's not-
close
we're
the
not
trade,
even
then I
halfway.
update.
I know that's the crazy part. It's like we're not even
Update you
halfway
guys what I
there.
did.
I am looking forward to
We're
September
doing our giveaway in a
and
little bit,
on.
y'all.
Those are typically
More
like when I start to
giveaways
really
in a little
ramp
bit.
up. We'll
Isn't
see.
September like notoriously red?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, let's.
That's your
get
month.
it. Oh yeah,
That's the perma bears month.
it totally is.
We're gonna be full
I know.
port
I
and shorts.
wonder. I wonder if there's some sort of reasoning behind that, like any sort of, like why is it always like September is typically a down month, and then we end up seeing like a Santa Claus rally. I can understand the Santa Claus rally with like repositioning and trying to hit quotas and all that, but September, I wonder why. If anyone in the
I've
chat
been
has
holding
a
on to that
plausible
short
reason
from
for that, let me
MHP.
know.
Yep.
I could probably chat GPT it, but I just want to know if anyone in the chat has anything.
Production, if you want to run it, maybe.
Right. What are we giving away?
50K select.
50K select. Stop loss prevention.
Stop
Nice.
loss. Holy.
Stop loss prevention. You are the winner.
Any
of a
reason why I don't
50K
show the personal
select.
account when trading?
Please type in the chat so we know that you're here.
Because
Yeah,
my prop
let's
partners
go.
pay me
Let's
to
go.
show whatever I show on stream.
Heck yeah, you know the
Congratulations.
drill.
So whatever I'm showing on stream
Make
is
sure the
is a
email
prop
you use for
partnership.
Tradify is in the
Simple as that.
description
You are now
of your
witnessing a
YouTube channel.
marketing vehicle.
That way the team can reach out to you
in front
and
of
use
your
that
very
code for that
eyes.
free 50K
But
select
jokes
account.
aside, no, I
Free
honestly I did the challenge one
Take
time
it
on
to a
screen.
Payout and tag us on Twitter.
That's,
Literally
that's
free money.
partially true, but the reason I also
Doesn't get free.
focus more
I don't even know
less
why I
on
said
that
that.
this
It's such
time,
a
because
toxic
last time I
place.
did,
Dude, it is.
was so
Like,
chaotic.
Twitter is
it
so
was kind of like
like it's
Ugh.
so
a
toxic.
miserable experience for a lot
I
of
used
people.
to.
Chat,
There was a moment where I
gets
was
very
kind of
angry.
loving it. I was like, wait, this is
not
actually
you
kinda
guys,
cool.
but random
it's
trolls,
a
random people get
constant
very angry
conversation. You can just
when I'm trading
post
big sums
whatever's
of
on your
money,
mind,
posting
and I was
screenshots,
looking
making
around, I'm like,
videos,
damn, people
talking
here
shit,
sound
get
like
angry
they
in chat like,
hate themselves.
fuck this, man, I lost all this
What
money.
is
I'm like, you see me
happening? Is
trading
everyone
big, so
okay?
you're trading big, huh?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like,
It's
So-
it
beef
disrupted
central.
chat more than it helped chat. I've done so many online trading challenges since 2016 stream. I've done at
Twitter,
least
like,
15 of
every-
them.
Yeah.
10K to 100K, 100K to a
dang.
million, 5K
It
to
can get
50K.
it can
I've
get
done
out
that
of
so many
hand
times.
too.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was the staple
Yeah,
of what the
100%,
channel
yeah.
was all about early on.
Well,
We're now below
I've been
VWAP in
posting
Europe
less
closed, by the way.
on
2
Twitter.
minutes in a second.
Instagram
If we
is my
close below
place. I
VWAP.
feel like IG is
Hello to the flush.
where I thrive.
So it was
Yeah.
great until the prop
You're on,
industry took over,
YouTube,
and now all
though. I
these
think
like
YouTube is,
gambling
like-
children now trade
Like,
stocks.
you get on
and
YouTube,
futures.
that is the ultimate boss.
People have been like
Yeah,
less receptive
YouTube's always been
of
my
actually wanting
primary.
to follow
I'm
a
trying
real trading
to,
journey.
like, I'm trying to
and more
figure out
receptive
like
of just
Instagram
wanting to
approach and
gamble,
what I
get a
wanna
payout
do,
in 2
'cause,
days.
Like I'll
like
post a series
fucking
of content. I'm like,
hummingbirds they are.
like this is cool and all, but like
And,
people don't care.
it's not
like,
really
it's
a
like the
useful
educational part of like trading
this time
it just
around.
doesn't
So this
do well
one, just
on
this one
Instagram.
time, I'm like,
You know
I'm
what
doing
I
my
mean?
challenge
For me, it doesn't.
off
So it's
stream,
like
just this one time.
I'm trying to figure out the type
because
of Instagram
last time
content I wanna
around,
roll with.
I made almost
Yeah.
$1 million bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely more strategy.
Almost a million. I
would
got
say,
to
with
900,000
Instagram. And it
balance
shifts.
total. If I
think
would, well,
it
I took
tends to
withdrawals out.
shift.
It would
I think at the end of the
900,000.
day,
I'd
though,
have kept it
with
in there.
Instagram, it's
You know
like
what people didn't
posting,
do? They didn't march me
posting
off.
talking head
Feeling like
videos
Rudy, the
is-
football player, cheering my
is gonna
name.
be
Look
at
how
the
good
top
of a
of the food
trader
chain.
is. He's
Yeah.
great.
Like
It
people
made
want
it
to connect with people.
1,000. You had
and-
so many haters come out of nowhere. So many people. Is this real? Making videos. Is this guy lying? Is this guy photoshopping? And it just like the scrutiny and the hatred is unreal from jealous wannabe people that don't do that. The instant you show big gains, and I'll tell you, Rips and I talked the other day about the same thing. He was like, bro, you have no idea. He's like, the hardest thing in the world to do as a streamer is to be making real money. He made a couple $1,000,000. He's like, this is the worst experience I ever had streaming. Same feeling. Rips was like, bro, I feel you. And like the whole thing, you make that much money. He came in chat talking about that one time, that you make that much money, people are angry. They don't learn anything. Some people learn something, but they're angry, they're mad, they're critical, they're trolling you. They're like, yeah, you just fucking got lucky. That's all it is projecting people's own insecurities and failures. They're projecting hard because you're doing well. Trading is the one place where the better you do, the more haters you're gonna get. It's like incredibly, you know, it's not like everybody's like, oh my God, look how great you did. Can I learn from you? Some people are impressed by it, but it, I had my stream when I did that 1,000,000 challenge got 50% bigger. I've got every other streamer out there that we're getting close to passing, jealous and talking shit coincidentally when our channel started exploding. Even they can't handle it. They're jealous too. And so that's the whole point, is that jealousy creates a lot of, and I'm very cool. Like I meet people, I don't start fights with anybody. Y'all know that. I'm now, if you start a fight with me, I will destroy you. I'm very witty with my tongue. I can do it. I can make up, but if you don't provoke me, I don't ever sit there and like, God, I hate this guy because he's doing so well. He's doing better than me. I always love and respect people that do this. And I've always been kind to folks. But I'll tell you, it's stressful when I got real business to do to have people in chat. Why are you fucking doing this? This fucking channel sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, let me guess. You saw me, I'm in 30,000 in drawdown, and let me guess you full ported your account and trying to copy what the guy on YouTube's doing. It's a mess. And so you notice it's more educational and more friendly and nicer. Just trading the props. But also, this is screen real estate. Here. You buy this. Like that. This is a commercial. Here. That's all commercial. So you buy that space also. And so that's the real honest reason why I be dishonest with you guys. I hate the fucking word, but the world seems to think I'm an influencer. So influencers sell commercial time. Television sells commercial time. This is a TV show, and so you'll fight me, bro. No, don't fight me in real. You'll kick my ass in real life. Well, I know, I've been working out, but fight me with words. I'm clever. Fight me with smarts, like pirates. Like pirates sword fighting, throwing insults at each other back and forth. Brokers I use for live. I use Ninja Trader and Amp are my two live brokers that I use. Like, fight me with words. That's the only place I'm gonna win. Don't fight me with brawn. Like, fuck. Put me in a place where I'll succeed. Like, let's trade wits. You know what I mean? Like Princess Bride. Just like. You do like that. You know what I mean? Inconceivable. I've seen sharper steel on a butter knife. Ha ha. Cha-cha. Cha-ching. I cross blades with ya, but I hate fighting the unarmed. Ha ha. Cha-cha. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Ha-ya. And there we have it. Now we're at the half gap. Now we got the flush. I don't know if I want the full flush, but I definitely could liquidate the trade here at full profit and take the 18,000, 19,000, whatever it is. I'll go ahead and lock that in. I did close out the trade just now, finally. Now, it could fill the gap all the way, but this was 18,000 bucks. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. You can just close one half. The fact that it did this all day, I'm lucky to have gotten half gap, and I don't want to go for anywhere. ARB also just went positive. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that in, guys. 18,448. I should Photoshop that to pretend that I made 19,000, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Again, the world must be spinning backwards when Matt Cowart shortened fucking market. I'm telling you. Okay, you have another giveaway, don't we? You guys ready for another giveaway? Cha-cha, cha-cha! You've got the reflexes of an anchor! Ha-ha! Cha-cha! Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching! Pa-ching, pa-ching, pa-ching! You thought I was Brad? My Brad costume's in the floor over there. I have to go put it on. I put on my Brad costume at night so I can pretend to be Brad. All right. All right, you salty pirates. We got another giveaway to do. Traders launched today. Type in pirates. All right. It could probably fall farther. I just don't have evidence that it will, and R went positive. Now again, if I miss out on a 300-point drop, I'm totally fine with that.
Shikstamada med
I
på
just am
samma.
tired of this one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think it was trying to make that interaction point right there. So I'm good. Not bad. So hope you guys learned something today. But yeah, and also I'm just telling you, it's like the challenge is so, and I'll tell you something too, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a really good trader on stream, meaning that when it comes to streaming, I could still stay focused and do well. That's not me saying I'm a good trader. Don't think I'm saying I'm a good trader. I'm awful. But when I say I'm a good trader on stream, it means that like while streaming, I'm very good at focusing. I'm very good at not losing my cool. I'm very good with like, you know, like 30,000 people watching the channel a day. All eyes on me. I still perform well. Like I don't lose. I can perform under pressure. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. But somehow when it comes to this challenge, it's highly distracting, and it's almost harder to do because that I do lose my cool a little bit because people are like, I'm more agitated. Because I like if I want to do a challenge, I'm so gung ho ready to focus. It's not the amount of money. It's I want to win. I don't want to lose. Right? When I'm just trading normal, I don't care if I win or lose. But in a challenge, it's like I better
Can I
win a
help
challenge,
you?
right? And so I'm a little more like it's more distracting. This first time I've ever done a challenge off screen, and it's so much nicer and easier to just get it done without having to think. But I'm mirroring the same trades that I'm doing here in my other accounts on screen for the most part. The only difference is I'm allowing wider swings in some of them if I can afford it. Like example is, you know, some of these accounts I'm not allowing wide swings. This one I'm definitely scalping. This account's relatively flat for the day, so I lost the 300, made the 300. So you think we're waiting for news? No, I think that honestly that today I think that we just kind of priced out that initial low on the dip for CPI, and we're back to half gap. The only reason I'm not hanging on, which I probably could be, but the idea that there's just been a lot of buyers in tech, and if the tech was red, I'd be holding on for bigger. But I haven't seen a full pivot lower, and a lot of these big tech companies. I mean, we're still up 6%. Micron's not coming down. So the idea that I saw it, I was just like, okay, that's pretty good. That I was like, I got lucky to get what I got, and maybe this flushes at the end of the day, maybe it doesn't, but these guys are not selling The Intels of the world not selling, right? Everything just kind of leaking a little bit. Volatility's coming. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all see all the signs here, right? Now look at this. Volatility's coming down. These things aren't coming down quick. And so I feel like maybe I'm lucky to get what I got. And now it could fall a little further. I just don't want to take the risk on that anymore. I like the idea of trading back to the middle. This sort of choppy behavior has always been trade back to the middle, and I don't need to gamble further. And again, if we fall all the way down to here today, that's great. Then I got a dip for tomorrow, or a dip for Monday, or wherever it is. It's good. Anyways, pretty well executed trade. All I did was short on that tap right there, and then I added some more. I trimmed here. And then I held, and then I held, and then I held, and then I held, and I held, and I held, and then right here I closed. Like, I know better than to spam close on my challenge account because of the fucking ninja slippage. I didn't expect it to be that big, but I did the same thing. If I would have closed, I would have closed way up here, and I'm glad I didn't. I didn't even close a couple. Sometimes I close a couple and trim, but I held through the whole thing. Hoping that we would bounce up, and then flush really hard. The fact that we didn't flush really hard. Now it's starting to build that momentum and could fall. What I wouldn't do, ladies and gentlemen, is buy the dip here, you salty pirates. I literally would let it fall. Am I expecting a ton of volume? Maybe volatility at that red line. The thing is, the volatility is not going up. That's the crazy part. There's going to be some volume here. I honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think it's going to flush. So I don't think we're going to turn around and rally. So, too high. I can't breathe. Oh, what are we getting? Traders launch today. My bad. Traders launch. Let me cover that really quick. I'm sorry. I didn't even tell you guys what we're doing. My bad. Hold on. Let's go back. All of our giveaways are sponsored by our partners. There's your FTC required disclaimer of transparency that this is a sponsored event. Giveaway accounts are provided by our sponsors today. Are we typing pirates because we love ARB? Why don't... Brad, wake up. Brad, get out of your cage. Hey, we're gonna make some merch. I want a pirate that's going ARB. It sells itself. Now we got to do that. The pirate ARB t-shirt. I think that's a good idea. What's a pirate? What's a pirate? Half gay? You are. Whatever. It's great. How about this? What's a pirate's favorite indicator? You might think it's ARB, but it's very Varus. Easy. 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 Varus. So here's what we're giving away today. Traders Launch. Let me explain Traders Launch. We just got introduced to these guys because we were like, whoa, a 9.9 on prop score. Let's figure out what's going on over there. 22-hour account. They have an option that you can trade only in US session or pay a little bit more to trade all around the clock. That's unique. They have this 3-day eval, 40% consistency, no DLL. Then they have a 1-day buffer phase.
I don't care now.
And then same day payout with uncapped, 100K cap on the payout split. On the payout, sorry. Max loss on the 100K. Max loss is just a $1,000 max loss. You can make up to $100,000 on that day. You might think it's R, but pirates love be the sea. Here. So Traders Launch being brand new. Yeah, well, no, we're talking about them right now. This is what's different. The idea that you can do. Hold on. Another time. The idea that you can, after you get through your eval phase, 3 days, which is pretty consistent with a lot of evals, you know. Build your buffer. Go fund it. You're almost unlimited on that first day. 80K, you can take 80K that first day. Mods, I don't know how many accounts you can have with Traders Launch, but let me know. So relatively speaking, this is almost like Funded Next's old legacy accounts that had uncapped payouts. Remember those? You can withdraw half your balance within the first 30 days, and 30 days you can withdraw the whole thing. This one you can take out 100K at 80% split on the first day of funded. Isn't the max loss of 1,000 DLL? No, max loss is a blow up. So you don't YOLO that first day, but you already built a buffer. So your buffer is the $1,000 you built. So you have $1,000 on top of your max loss. So you have 2,000 total to play with, I believe. So I'm going to tell you guys, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. I haven't traded them yet. I've been looking for the next firm to trade. Traders Launch might get added to the mix. So that's what we're giving away, a couple of these. So those of you that get our giveaway accounts, do me a favor, use them. And go to Prop Score and leave a review. That's what's really important to us, because I want to get the traders' honest community feedback about all the props. So prop scammed you, this is where you get even. Does a prop not pay you out? Talk shit on our site. We want to see everybody's review. I feel like everyone else out there pays for reviews or throttles reviews or whatever. I want to be fully transparent and honest with you guys' thoughts. If y'all think something's great, say it's great. If you think it's shit, say it's shit. We're going to actually create a new score for account score, which what we have now, but we're going to make a new score for firm score. We're going to add a second score that's going to incorporate a lot more firm related things like reviews and other things. We originally kept that out because it's subjective, but we think it's important to create a score based on the administrative side of props, reviews, customer service, payout delays, all that kind of stuff. We're going to build a firm score, a separate score. It's our new thing we're building. So reviews will be very important towards that. It won't be the most important score, but it'll be like a side score next to the firm. 10.0 customer service, good reviews. You know, no payout denials, blah, blah, blah. Stuff that goes outside of the math in the accounts. FB, type something in chat. Please. I mean, that's $18,000 I didn't have this morning, so I'm happy with it. Which is good because I think I made like same amount yesterday. So if they post a review, can they post evidence? Yeah, if you post reviews, post all your evidence. Like the goal is that what sucks is you guys have an experience that just sits with your heart and weighs on you all day. And maybe you complain in threads on social media, maybe reply to some comment here and there, but it doesn't immortalize itself into being known by everybody. Put your review, if you want to get even and some firm fucked you over, put your review on our site and you'll immortalize that and crush their eventual firm score. One review per account, right? And we have, don't cheat, don't leave like multiple reviews. We have AI that'll figure that out. But yeah, leave an honest review. That's the way you get even. Tank their score. The current scores are not affected by reviews. The actual prop score itself is based only on the math of the accounts. We're gonna make a second called firm score that will look at auxiliary, administrative, some subjective type qualities to go with it. But we'll do our best to make sure it's not manipulated. Up to 5 eval accounts with Traders Launch, by the way, and 5 sim funded accounts at any given time. And I think that $100,000 is lifetime. Was 18,000 for copy trading multiple accounts? No. No, that's no. This is a live account. This is a self-funded personal account. That's an account number. That's one account. I don't copy trade multiple accounts.
Qual que é o meu? 14?
I think influencers that do that are
Sabe por que 11?
misleading traders.
Eu não vi nenhuma.
Like me, I made $80,000 today. No, you made 4,000 times 20. It's not the same.
Mas também não gosto.
I did one more. Okay, I'm only supposed to do like 3 of those, right? If I don't copy trade, Kintsugi, go to the boot camp. I have classes and teach you how I use multiple accounts. I trade the full amount of prop accounts I'm allowed to, but I spread them out. I'll give you all a lesson pretty quick on how I do. I spread them out. And trade them at different places. How the streamer auditions going? The applications in the tens, hundreds of thousands, hundreds for sure. They keep getting like 3 or 4 new ones every day. All right, so we've got LWM SGM Lusung again. Congratulations. Lusung. Danny Dots and MB Futures. You guys know the drill. To claim your prize, you must go to the Prop Score Discord. Go to the Claim Your Win channel. That concludes the giveaways for today. But like I said, I'm very excited to see how people here are saying Traders Launch is in your top 3. Honestly, there's a reason it's second place on Prop Score. I think it's definitely something I'm going to check out. That dude was late on the claim. Who was late? The last one? MB
Virginia.
Futures? Stop. All right. He,
Virginia.
she, them. Just type the name. Who is it?
Gordinha.
MB, you're late? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, the community has spoken. You were late. Oh, it's okay. Thank you for being honest, MB. See, I love honesty about you guys. Y'all are so awesome. See, you got it. Pat your friend on the back for his honesty. See, he's over here being honest about it. I was late to switch my account. It's really nice. It's very nice of him. Yeah, I was late. Sorry, my bad, guys. Not trying to sneak in and claim the prize. It's very, very lovely human being there. Good karma points you just earned. Gotta love it. See, I'm not paying attention sometimes. MB Trades, MB Futures, and MB Trades. Uh-oh. They need to have a showdown, pirate style. Pirate sword fighting. Am I not showing my P&L anymore? Yeah, it's here. Sorry, I just keep moving it on the screen. I'll put it up here. My bad. I don't know why I dragged it off the screen. I was just distracted, I guess. Here you go. There's not enough room to show the account number, but y'all can see there's an account number. Well, actually, I guess there is. Okay. All right, Market, whatever your name is. Congratulations, you are the actual true winner. Market Ripper. All right, that's it. Again, y'all let me know how Traders Launch goes. Again, this reminds me of the old legacy accounts with Funded Next. So the idea, let's look at it. It's a 3-day pass, right, which is kind of nice. It's like Tradify Select, 3-day pass, 40% consistency, exactly the same. Then you go on to phase 2, and I don't think you can reset that buffer phase like you can in TPT. I mean, in Blue Sky. But in either case, you have to make your $1,000 buffer, which is what this is. They call it a second stage. It's really the buffer phase. So you make your profit target, then you go funded, and you're funded. They make you build $1,000 buffer, and then you go to the payout stage, which is the best way to say it because we're usually like, it's not like 2 evals and then a funded. It's like eval, funded buffer, then payout stage. And the payout stage is once you made your buffer, and as long as there's no DLL, no consistency on funded, which is just like my funded futures and TPT and all those awesome accounts like this, Lucid, same thing. Except you can take out 100K. You got 5 accounts. So question, support. Is it 100K per account or 100K total per all accounts? Typically, the 100K is split between all accounts. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. 100 per account? $500,000? Well, 400,000. What? What? So 100,000 in cumulative payouts. Wait, okay, we are telling me different things. Wait. Y'all are both telling me different things. 100,000 for cumulative payouts per account. Kyle, right? Per account? 500,000 total. Y'all got to remember, I'm like Ron Burgundy in the teleprompter. You better spell it specifically or I'm going to miss what you're saying. 100,000 in cumulative payouts per account or total. Don't say I believe so either. There's a delay on stream. Which one do you believe? That was a yes or no question. Is it per account times 5? So Diego got the answer. Oh, so you can take up to $400,000 on the first day? Really? What? Can you use Tradeovate? I'm gonna guess that you can't. Let's go look. Let's go see what you can use with these guys. Nope, it's Trading View. It's a is this CQG? There's CQG, right? Or what is it? It's Trading View. Yeah, you can't use Tradeovate. They won't be in business long. Well, that's the point, right? Your job is not to be sitting on the sidelines hoping they're not in business anymore. Your job is to be the one to bankrupt them. That's the whole point. Traders launch. The whole point is for all of us to rush to the finish line and one of us motherfucking bankrupt that company. One of us better do it. They don't go bankrupt until someone bankrupts them, and it better be someone from Rocket Scooters, so. Or Prop Score. So once they move you, the prop firm isn't spending any money. Oh, once the buffer is built, they move you to actual broker. Really? Oh, I didn't know that either. So once you pass, they move you to a brokerage account. You're trading their money. Ah. So it's not sim funded at that phase. So you can use Volumetrica, so deep charts, yeah, stuff like that. Wow, okay. I might pick up some of those this week just to try it out. We'll see. It's pretty interesting. It's called Traders Launch. They snuck in on Prop Score with an account that ranked as a 9.9. They bumped take profit by a 1/10 of a point. So they jumped in. Like the top 5 right now is My Funded, Traders Launch, GPT, Funded Next, Lucid, and Blue Sky. These are the, you know, we keep talking about the same ones all the time. They're all the high ranked accounts. Blue Sky, absolutely love. Been a great experience. Lucid, I love. I mean, I have not had a bad experience with any of these top 5. So I doubt that I'll have a bad experience here. But then again, remember, the risk is always there. Be fully honest with you guys. I've never touched it. They're not paying me to say anything about it. I'm not in partnership with them or anything. It looks cool on paper to me. There's always a risk. There's always a risk with something that seems too good to be true or big that they don't pay out. But you go into that assuming that's the case, right? So don't, you know, you go in and say, well, I don't see a lot of evidence, but I'm the first. It's always the risk taker that gets the reward, though. For me, with spending a couple $100 on an eval, I could give a shit if they go bankrupt. I don't get payout. Well, I lose a week of my life, whatever. But if I can get 100K, I always will take that risk. And if I do, you know, I haven't heard anything bad yet. So everybody here seems, y'all views them seem to be praising them. So that's a little out-of-pocket expense if it turns out to be, it doesn't work. Well, a lot of times the firms have really good accounts, and if they don't work out too well, they just change the rules. But it seems like they've designed it slightly different. So, but if somebody's gonna bankrupt the firm, it's got to be one of you guys. Somebody's got to be the one that gets the big payout to force them to change the rules. Remember, they changed the rules at Funded Next. Wasn't me. Remember, I was running up world record balance, and this other guy ran up a $600,000 balance. We were both racing. He had 600 standing, I had 330 standing. We had $1 million in standing balance between the two of us, and Funded Next changed their rules to cap payouts. I got most of it out, which was good. But, you know, once you build that balance, sometimes the firm's like, okay. But you want to be the one that does it. That's the best part. So we all throw in the $100, $200, and somebody here gets a $400,000 payout. That's ridiculous, dude. There's no way you're gonna be trading that heavy though with a $1,000 MLL. Your first day, you better be trading micros because $1,000 is absolutely nothing. You lost $1,000 in that chop right there. So you have to start off slow. That's how they limit it too. The MLL is really small. So you're trading micros for the first 3 or 4 days. You're trying to put like 5 grand balance in it, then have a sizable buffer, then grow it. I mean, there's no way you're going to swing for the fence with 10 contracts and not blow up on the chop. What size can you trade with? That's the wrong question to answer, Forgiven, because you're not going to be trading with it. Not with a $1,000 MLL. What size can you trade with is a bait. You're going to be trading micros. 100%. You're gonna try to double or triple that MLL before you even attack it with a mini. And even 3,000 is not enough for a mini. But 200 point, 300 point moves in the NASDAQ, you don't want to play. That's $6,000 per mini. You're gonna lose 6,000 a day and blow it up. So you're gonna really, one mini, you can scale it per 5K in profit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's actually another way they limit it too. So every 5K they give you more contracts. I think it's great. Forcing you to scale is good. I was telling you to scale on your own, but if they force you to scale, it's better. Don't be going in there tapping with 5 minis out the door. Like I'm saying, if you have a $1,000 MLL, you trading 2 micros. That's it. That's $500, $1,000 a day with 2 micros. The way Nasdaq's moving now. Yeah, UB micros out the door at the 1,000 MLL. You're capped at 2 minis to start with. That's great. That's like 5 times what you need. Perfect. You can trade 5 funded accounts with Funded Next. I believe that's still the case. It was the case when I traded with them. That very short off the morning. Short is pretty tight off the morning. Remember, I got so excited. Y'all rewind to the stream to the exact moment where this happened. I shorted. It went up to there. The market opened. And y'all remember what I did? Y'all remember the sound I made when it first opened? Ooh! That you can rewind to that exact moment in stream and I go, ooh! Little downside pressure, MHP reject. Now again, I feel like I was really smart closing at the half gap because we aren't seeing momentum pick up. We're seeing a lot of rotation into tech, and that's just too much market cap to keep this from falling. And VIX wasn't going up, so I'm glad I closed at half gap. So I'm good. Is this still ringing in your ears? My bad, Septi. My bad. I wish I could help you, but I'm not dating an ear doc. I can only help you with your eyeballs. My bad. How's my TradingView competition going? I keep forgetting how to open this up real quick. Ooh. Oh, I'm down even more. What the heck? I forgot. I just left it. I don't care about it anymore because I really have forgotten about it most of the time. I'm only up $8,000 in the paper trading TradingView competition. I have not been touching it. I keep forgetting. Every couple of days I pop it back open. I'm just bag holding. Realist is being real with us. They design it to have people blow up. Truth is, unless you're a really good trader, you shouldn't trade more than a few micros. Be patient with the account. I agree with you 100%. See, the thing is I can see the carnival game and I can see where the rim is bent on the basketball goal. I can see where they glue one of the milk cartons to the table. I can see when the softball you throw has a center of mass slightly off so that it wobbles in the air. You know, like something like that. They're going to give you way more contracts than you need and you're going to blow up. The trick with Trader's Launch is you trade micros and you got the buffer is hard enough. You need to build $1,000 buffer one time. You better be trading micros, and then the second time you have $1,000 buffer and only $1,000 drawdown. You have 2,000 total. It might seem great on the surface, but you're trading micros realistically to get a decent return for at least a week or
Achando de
two.
ganhar dinheiro, hein?
Get
Nossa.
5,000 or 10,000 buffer in there, then maybe start hitting it harder,
Você
and then
dá
you'll work
uma-
your way up to the big payout.
Uma voltada
It's not
no
like you're
stream
gonna
aí,
get
você vai
$400 on day 4.
passar
It's
mal.
impossible unless you just YOLO and the market drops 1,000 points, because you're still limited by the amount of minis you can trade until you scale up the
Suco do
balance.
trade.
So yeah, you're up 49k on the leap competition. Oh, nice.
Suco do trade.
I don't. And there, let me rephrase what you're saying, realist. Props are business for you to fail. Let's start over. Traders fail. I would argue that more traders succeed in props than succeed in a real account. I don't know the stats, but I anecdotally would tell you traders fail in both places. But if I were to poll 1,000 traders who traded a real account versus 1,000 traders that traded a prop account, I bet you maybe there would be more traders who actually got a payout from a prop account than there were profitable traders in a real account. I would say that props have the added benefit of allowing you to, like, getting a payout is the same thing as winning a couple of trades in a row, like going on a streak. Not hard to go on a 2 or 3 day streak. Every once in a while, everyone does it at least once or twice every, so often. You know what I mean? I think traders that try to trade a real account over a long period of time would blow everything up before taking a payout. The reason I'm saying this is not that this trading success, it's the profit success. An example is, if you have a real account a year later and you're just making some balance, chances are it went to 0 and you lost all of it. But if you're trading props with the same cost, chances are you made a little bit of money before you went to 0 for the people that did win. So, like, a lot of times, even a successful trader, to babysit an account all year, one fuck up day and the whole thing is gone.
Aí pra você ver.
But
Olha isso.
when trading
Olha
props,
isso.
you can make a payout, make a payout, make a payout, and then one fuck up day, you got to start over, and you still made some payouts.
Doideira.
With props, force you or allow you to take payouts. The discipline that you should have in a trading account is so different. In a trading account, you have to decide, should I take a payout or should I take money out or leave the money in? And that decision, a lot of traders mostly leave everything in and don't discipline themselves to take it out. For me, my rule of thumb is what I have in the trading account. As soon as I double it, I take half of it out. 100 to 200, we back down to 100. 100 to 200, back down to 100. I've always traded that way unless I'm doing a challenge, which is a little different. If you ever double your trading account, take half of it out every single time. Don't be like, let me let it ride, let me let it ride. Lock that shit in. If you can 100% an account, a futures account, take it out. Start back over. Penny stocks are fun though. Yeah. Well, I mean, so is like getting kicked in the face, I guess, if that's fun. As a beginner, how many profitable days should I have to apply to be funded? And once that time comes, is the best firm to use? Wait. King Momo, I don't understand what you're saying. How many profitable days should I have to apply for a funded? Are you talking about prop firms or what? And then, yeah, as Adrian said, if you remove the barriers to entry, but nobody can give you risk management and getting tilted, then props definitely have the upside. Yeah, Adrian gets it right. In the prop account, that, you know, you're taking payouts along the way. At least you're locking some of it in. In the futures account, are you withdrawing money along the way? Chances are you're not. That's why I'm saying I believe that more people, if you pull 1,000 beginner traders on both sides, the traders in props have less of a loss to their pocketbook than the traders in futures and a direct futures account. Chances are whatever money you put into a funded futures account is all gone. Chances are whatever money you put into a prop account, you got something back out of it, at least one payout or 2 or 3. So my opinion on flex versus daily accounts, like with Tradify, daily accounts are bigger payouts, harder to play. Flex accounts are less aggressive, or with Lucid, same thing. Flex accounts are less aggressive, smaller payout, longer term. So the idea is if you're a bad trader, flex is the way to go. If you're a good trader, want to take some more risk, daily is the way to go. The daily payout account is always a little harder because of the trailing drawdown in the buffer phase. So because of that, only more experienced traders that know how to understand how to trade trailing drawdown succeed in that area much more. Flex is a more well-rounded average place to play. I would say out of most people here, unless you feel like you're mastering trading, you know, daily is what I do. The flexes are, to me, you know, longer payouts, easier accounts. For me, time is everything, and I do pretty well with the daily payouts because I can trade trailing very well. The trick is just go for small base hits. Don't go for 100-point swings. Get your 40 points in NASDAQ, 10 points S&P, get in and out. Powerball 1 billion. What do? You better buy a ticket, I guess. I don't know. What's the best prop firm to use considering you're just getting started? Are you on a budget, like a tight budget? Or are you able to spend a little bit of money? Like, the example is, if the account costs you 30 bucks versus 130 bucks, but the 130 bucks gave you a payout that was 3 times bigger, which one sounds more appetizing to you? Looking at the Lucid Daily looks promising. Lucid Daily is at par with the best accounts in Prop Score. Lucid Daily, My Funded Futures, Rapid, TPT Pro are exactly the same accounts, stat-wise. Slightly different costs and payouts, slightly different. But at the end of the day, the experience, the drawdowns, the consistency is exactly the same. And they're all tied for first place as the best account in props right now.
Let's go.
I would say, to answer your question who you were talking about earlier, King Momo, if you're on a budget, there's nothing better than Blue Sky launch account on a budget. Very, 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 very inexpensive, especially if you're new. It's very cheap to fail. I recommend all new traders start there because it's you only pay when you pass the eval the full amount. You pay what's called an eval fee, then an activation fee, which is the second payment. Most of the other firms, you pay all of it up front, and it's more expensive to fail. So as a new trader, Blue Sky's the way to go. You're on a budget. That's 100%. There is no better account to trade when you are not passing than Blue Sky. Maybe Top Step, I would say, is probably good too, but Blue Sky is better than Top Step altogether. I would say that, you know, that's kind of where I would lean to start off with. And when you get a little bit better, graduate to like a Lucid or a TPT or My Funded or something. But yeah, if you're still practicing and losing a lot, you're a college student, yeah, Blue Sky's the way to go. How much you looking at in case you fail? Right, so the reason we say Blue Sky is the budget option version of all these other same accounts. So the example is, these are all these same day accounts and they rank so high on prop score. Lucid has one, TPT has one, My Funded has one, and Blue Sky has one. And the major difference is that of all of them, Blue Sky is the only one with the activation fee model. See here, My Funded, you pay $79 all in to make the trade. Whether you lose or you win, it's 79 bucks. TPT, 102. And these are all the 50Ks. I don't have Apex on there, but Blue Sky is different. You pay 30 bucks rather than these hundreds. And then when you pass the eval, then you pay the other activation fee, 100 bucks to go forward. The all-in cost is more than all of it, but that's only if you're passing a lot. As a new trader, don't expect to pass a lot, expect to fail a lot. This is the cost to fail. Better, it's better than these two by almost a factor of 3, or actually a factor of 3 here. It's 3 times better than these if you're failing a lot. If you're passing a lot, it's definitely more expensive than these. So you have to gauge yourself. When you're becoming a better trader and you're passing a lot, you want to lean towards these. It'll save you money on the end. If you're failing a lot, you want to be here because it's cheap to fail. Everyone in chat understand what I'm explaining right now? The activation fee model is for you. It's a cost. You're sort of like balancing your checkbook here, right? So if you're going to fail 10 accounts before you pass, let's do the math, right? You fail 10 accounts and then you pass the 10th one, or you fail 9, pass the 10th. So 10 times 30 is 300 plus the 1 activation fee of the one you passed, which is 100 bucks. So 10 accounts passing 1 will cost you 400, right? With the Blue Sky. 10 accounts and passing 1 on TPT is 10 accounts, which is $1,020. right? You're paying 2.5 times as much. 10 accounts, am I funded? $790. So in this example, if it takes you 9 fails and 1 pass for the same experience, that's going to cost you a whole lot less. On the other side of the coin, if say that you fail 1 and pass 1 as an average, right? Fail 1 and pass 1, so you bought 2. This is 160. This is 204, and this is 260, and that's more expensive. See what I'm saying? Monthly payment shouldn't matter to you guys because you're either going to pass or fail within a month, usually on average. Monthly payment's not something many people have to worry about. With these kind of accounts, it's a 2-day pass and then 1-day payout. You're in funded within 3 days. So if it's taking you 20 days to get to your target here, you're a better trader than you think. If you survive 20 days in a prop account, I'll pat you on the back. You're doing pretty good there. Prop score is designed to help traders learn. You know, we built this whole thing so traders can learn like why one prop is better than the other. It's very hard, and a lot of people out there don't really quantify that information for you guys. Like, why should I the other? They're all so different. Well, we can actually turn it into plain English why one's better than the other, you know. You're passing an account in 21 days usually. Yeah, if you're taking like exactly 1 extra day. That's funny. How about 4 months in a prop account? If you survived 4 months in a prop account without going funded, you've traded 1 prop account for 4 months, you got to pat yourself on the back. You're a survivor. That's incredible. Yeah, Funded X is not a monthly fee, by the way. It's a one-time fee, which is kind of nice. You're so slow. Bro, I mean, if you're taking that long, the trick,
talk about
okay,
incommunicado,
90% of trading talent is learning how to survive.
Comment. So now
if you can go like 5 months and not lose money, you're like 90% of the way there. The fact that you can go long periods of time without losing money, you're not freaking out, you're not YOLO trading, you're not taking too much risk, you're surviving. Surviving is most of the battle. If you're surviving, you're doing much better than you think. You're just a small step away from profitability. Not losing money is the hardest part of trading. Making money is the easiest part. Any fucking ape with thumbs can push a button and make money. But it takes the intelligence of a really wise and experienced human to not lose it. And that's where the real skill set is. Like I gotta tell you guys, if you're surviving, that's most of the work. Pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Neon will be here in a minute. You got 5 payouts in 9 months. Nice. Very nice. Survival skills, man. That's the way to do it. Well, looks like I'm pretty much done. I got like 13 minutes left here till Neon comes on. But yeah, I shorted on that second tap on DD band when we ran up to here and market opened. Right when we opened and I saw MHP pop up, I aped into some more contracts. I was like, ooh, ape, and market fell. Right when it fell to here, I trimmed out what I added and I had 10 total. And I'm just sitting here on the 10. The 10 contracts, I took profit right here and it looks like that was a good decision. So total, the Blue Sky account, total wash, lost 300, made 300, whatever. I got screwed on the fill here, slippage like crazy. So this one's pretty much a wash. And then I made 18,000 in the challenge account, so that's good. Thank you, Test Redline today. I think it's very possible that we can. I just don't want to bet that we will, because the one shot we had to move after Europeans closed, ARB went negative. We fell to half gap and didn't fall any lower. If we do sell, it'll be the last hour of the day. So you're gonna definitely gonna hang around, Lord Matthew. Thanks for joining, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks, Matt. Do you have any courses? And if so, considering your college and part-time retail situation, do you recommend I buy it? You're in college. I'll let you take it for free. College students, if you're any kind of student, I have a heart for people that are learning in education. First of all, I sell the boot camp for $20, period. For anybody of any status. I think education should be cheap altogether. But if you're already going through school, whether you're going to college, high school, maybe you work in the daytime, you're taking night classes, anybody that can prove to me you are taking classes to better your life, I will give you the entirety of Rocket Scooter for 20 bucks, including the boot camp for free. So if you want that, I love subsidizing students. I believe education is the best thing you can do in the world. So if you are in college or in high school, you can come to all my trading classes for free. I love to make sure that you focus on what's important in your life, which is actual school where you're actually going to make money. This is a crapshoot, right? You should learn trading because you should learn trading, but you should never be like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out because I got to come up with like $150 to pay Rocket Scooter, but I still want to learn trading, man. But I got a test on Friday. Like, focus on school. And that's what I tell you, is focus on school. How you can show you that? Send an email to matt@rocketscooter.com with your government ID and proof of enrollment. A tuition bill is usually what you need to show that you paid for some kind of school. If you are under 18, the assumption is you are in high school. Just send me your ID and you're good. So if you're under 18, it's cheap. So the platform is 20 bucks. And then when you graduate and go get a job, it's the honor system. Come back and be like, yo, I graduated. I want to pay the full price, you know, or bad karma be on you if you want to lie. But most people are pretty cool about that. But if you have student loans, nah, that's an adult problem. When we get to that point, no, I don't do any kind of discounts, no financial hardship, no senior citizen, no military. I don't, you know, since this is an educational business, it makes sense to subsidize people that are already paying for education elsewhere. So there's no age limit. No, if you're 50 years old and you're a truck driver and you're taking night classes to get your, you know, associate's degree in business or e-commerce or something, you qualify. Like, if you're like, I'm going to school to help my family have a better life, you're in. That's all that matters. If you're paying for education, I will definitely help you out. I think that's the most important thing you can do in your life. We've always been that way since we started this. So, yeah, trading's a fucking crapshoot. Don't be sitting there and be like, oh man, I need $3,000 to buy Lifetime. All my eggs are in that basket. I'm gonna be a rich trader. No, you're not. You're gonna get an A on your fucking test. You're gonna get that degree. You're gonna go get a better job. And trust me when I say your wife and kids are thanking me for taking that pressure off of you. You're wanting to dream about being a trader. They're wanting you to get your degree. And so I'll give you one less thing to worry about over here. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to succeed in real life. I don't want you to succeed as a trader as your first priority. I definitely want you to succeed as a trader. I want you to get out there and life. I don't want you to succeed as a trader as your first priority. I definitely want you to succeed as a trader. I want you to get out there and finish that night class, brother. Get that associate's degree, my man. Don't be, man, I gotta go get a day job so I can afford Matt's $159 a month. $20 to graduate. Easy as that. Reclaim a DD band, another short? No, not this time. No, not this time. I usually scalp a short on DD band, and this is enough. When DD ratio is less than half, it's a good short. When it's not less than half, it's a small scalp only. And when I get there, I use other clues to tell me, like an example, we fell to here and basically held with resilience being here. If we get there again, if resilience is slightly higher, the white resilience, I always use that as a gauge of it won't find lower lows. So again, any reject a second time is usually a scalp. And it doesn't count. There's no recursion allowed. If the education that you're paying for is Tori's trend lines, then you're just fucked on your own. Yeah. You bought that Joker's laser battle emoji coded charts with harmonics and 1,000 little beeps and bloops while they're trading. Bleep, 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 bleep. Target filled. Pew, 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 pew. I've seen people use like the voice shit on Ninja Trader. Nasdaq moving average crossover 9 minute and you're like trading, you're like, what the? It's like this thing's just constantly. Some of these jokers fucking stream and you'll listen to it and it's just so funny. It's like the only person that would be interested in something like that is literally a mentally unstable psychopath that is somehow stimulated by pew 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 target pew 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 pew. It sounds like a fucking arcade in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some guy playing Galaga over here. Nope, that's his trading platform. Pew 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 pew. Yeah. Anyways, I've seen so much. Now, if you're paying for that, you're screwed. Sorry about that. It's an inverted hickey do. It's the best kind of indicator that you got. You don't even need the trend lines. Just had a talk with the wife a few days ago. Since you have a newborn first kid about to go back to school at your tender age. My dude, you're about to go back to school. You're about to go back to school. All right, I'll pass you into it on the honor system that you show me that you're about to go back to school. I'll let you have the discount as well. Grandma's boy. There you go. Did I what high score? What does that mean? Did I break it? Like what? George Luxor, I just ripped off Star Wars there. The opening scene to Empire Strikes Back. Can I explain the trades I took today? Yeah, so I did nothing overnight because I didn't have any pivots to trade off of. I showed up this morning after CPI. We popped DD band. We tapped it a second time. I shorted here with some minis. I think I shorted with like 5. We got up to there. I shorted with 10 more, 15 total. We dropped to there. I dropped to the original 10. I dropped to 10. So I bought 5, bought 10, closed 5 to have a bigger position of 10. I held and held and held and held and held and then closed right here when R was negative and went positive. We hit half gap. I wanted to hold for the gap fill, but R was not giving us any love today. So I decided to close at the first resistance I had, which is there. AI helps to make those fakes. Are you catching fakes? Oh, am I using AI to catch fakes? Nah. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about what other people do, to be honest. In my full opinion, most of them are fake, so. I guess you could use AI, right? Can I respond to your email? Institutional flow? I get like maybe like 200 emails a day. Can you really quickly, because I got to go in 3 minutes, can you tell me who your email is? Did not trust overnight WHP? Not in a choppy flat market like we are in right now, like the last 2 weeks. I don't like to trade the WHP. I'm not, and if it's a strong solid bull market where we're rallying up and breaking highs, then I trade WHPs. Choppy market, I like to wait just to get MHP because it's much more stable. You want to join your team, bro? No, I mean, like, what email address did you send it from? That way I know to look out for it. I get so much email every day. Subway EU, yes sir. I know, right? Wish it MHP last night would have been great. Eclipse candle coming any second now. I know, broski. On my overnight strategy, I long if open over MHP and I long an MHP bounce, and if you let it go for a while and close in the morning with a stop loss of 40 point below, or just scalp 40 points. Usually I scalp 40 points, but some people have said they just set the stop loss and set it and forget it, and then wake up to whatever they wake up to. So people do differently. I bet you, I don't know if I've never done that, but I bet you that's not a terrible strategy, because if it breaks MHP, you just lose the stop. Are there multiple times that it'll run up further than the times it bounces twice and you fail? I don't know. Maybe. MHP bounces can be very significant. Am I close to announcing the new London session? No, we're still going through all the... Dude, we're still going through all of them. We've got like 6 people looking at them. We're narrowing it down like American Idol style. I mean, make them use their edu as email verification. Honestly, here's what I think, right? I could go through... Here's another thing, right? You're not wrong. I could have a system where I verified somebody as a student. But I also can go off of the, you know, take a penny, leave a penny trade. I believe that if you are a lying, creep, shit human person, you'll get what's coming to you. I've had a lying, shit, creep human person come at me before. And they fucking got buried under the weight of their own mistakes. Like, you know. And karma's a bitch, right? So if you're gonna lie about something like that, universe is not gonna bless you with success. And, you know, I believe that 1% of 1% of people would be like, oh my God, I pretended I was a student. I stole $110 from Matt. Well, that's on your conscience. That's not on my pocketbook. So I never really cared. I believe most people here are honest, to be honest, because I have a lot of people that are. And I'm sure like the adults here, you know, we all have kids, or a lot of us do. And, you know, we understand what it's like to be a kid. We remember being a kid. And we're also very like, I'm sure people here aren't like, man, that's unfair that the student doesn't have to pay. I'm like, you know, when I was a student, I bought Microsoft Office for $10. And it was like, you pay $10 while you're a student, but when you're no longer a student, you need to pay the full price. And so you should upgrade. So I really did, when I graduated, I believed in karma. I didn't say like, ooh, I keep Microsoft Office for free forever. I bought the student edition from the library to school. And when I graduated, I went and bought the real thing because I thought that's the honest thing to do, right? And I'm like, if you steal, the universe is going to steal that much from you. I feel like that's the same way. Anybody that's, you know, going to do that, then to be honest, here's another way. Here's how I really feel. If you're going to steal $100 from me, you probably need it more than I do, and I'm very happy to let you have it. You're in a situation that I'm not in. I feel fortunate and blessed to be in the situation I'm in. So if you're going to walk into my pantry and steal a loaf of bread, you know, and walk out because you need to feed your family, who might have stopped you, right? Anyways, guys, I love y'all. Boom! $18,000 richer than I was this morning. It's always great to see you. Neon's live. He'll be here, so stay tuned. There's no more My Funded TV. I'm actually not doing the rest of the week. Yesterday was my last day. I'm not finishing out the week. They don't have an afternoon show anymore, so stay here every single day. Don't go there. Don't go there anymore. Stay here. We'll see y'all later.
Afternoon stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift lay the ground. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO typing the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy, discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it smart. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. Yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers trying to midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we see.
Welcome to the room, baby. What's good in the hood? The room shows up. Welcome. It's a good day. What's good, baby? TRSU, type it in chat. Let's get it going. I can't see chat yet. Stand by. Un momento, por favor. Good to be here. Let's get the party started. TRSU, I see it in chat.
I see the scoundrels showing up. I like it. The room shows up. B-Dog, M. Rogers, Mantech, Sniper Boy. Hit the like button, guys. We're getting started. It's party time. The room shows up.
When the clock strikes noon.
The room shows up. Which one of you scoundrels are short today? Which one of you scoundrels is long today? Once again, I just cannot get it in gear right now. Once again, I just could not get it in gear. Green Day today, Green Day. But just, you know, just can't get the thing in gear. It's like I get in first gear. And I try to put it in second gear, and it's just like I'm grinding. I'm grinding the gears. You know, I just can't get out of first gear this week. I cannot get out of first gear this week. It's just one of those weeks. This is me this week. You know, car's driving smooth, but the speed is very low. You know, it's like I'm in a school zone, 15 miles an hour, tops. You know, I'm like, all right, let's get this baby in second gear. I just can't get out of first gear, guys. What's good in the hood? At least I ain't getting smoked. Keep my head above water. Small wins. They add up, but, you know. No dopamine for me this week. School zone is 30. Not all school zones are 30, my dog. We got some 15-mile-an-hour school zones in my region. This music's a little on the loud side. Let me turn it down a little bit. Hey, has anyone got out of first gear? Anyone got out of first gear this week? If you have, congratulations. I've not been able to do it. Anyone out of... Oh, I'm in a short. Shoot. I'm in a trade. I probably should have mentioned that. I'm in a trade. The average is 29919 half. Yeah. I'm in a little trade right now. Average is right at upper DD band. But although, I don't know. It's kind of a risky trade, but there's only one contract left. All 20? Clutch is slipping. School zones are just a recommendation. Drive as fast as you like. I'll be honest. In school zones, I drive very slow. Because you know what? It's a school zone. And honestly, I'm never in a rush. I don't like to be rushed. I don't rush things. I take my time. Anytime someone tries to rush me, I just keep going at my own pace. Sickle said, did I take my short last night? Yeah, I took the short. Got a nice short scalp last night. Tricky. It was just a quick little reversal scalp. It was like right before I went to bed. LAZ Futures in the house. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Brother. What's up, brother? Speaking of brother, did you guys hear Damon Darling got banned from Walmarts? Such a shame. Damon Darling banned from all Walmarts in the entire country. What a shame. He buys people's groceries for them. Do I want to hold on to this runner any longer? Let me think. Let me take a look at this chart here. Do I want to hold this runner? Honestly, not really. This setup has kind of turned neutral. Let me see here. Should I hold it with a break-even stop for a runner? You know, I'm not big on runners. You guys know that. You know, maybe I'll just put a stop at break-even. That's not really my style, but when it's a runner up 40 points, you know, I'll see what happens with it. It'll probably get tagged for break-even though. Someone said, isn't he providing business to Walmart? Yeah, but I guess because he films in Walmart, they didn't like it. They didn't like it. Poor guy. Now he's gonna have to go to Target. Hey, let me do a poll. I'm curious. Or guys, you know what? Just type it in chat. Let's assume a 5-speed transmission, not a 6-speed transmission. Let's go old school. Let's assume a 5-speed transmission. What gear